Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
Shall what?
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
It's a commandment in the Bible. The Lord say you can't eat pork.
Isn't that like a Muslim thing?
Well, they got it from the Bible.
See that?
When you read in the Quran, Surah 3 and 93, it literally tells you to read the Bible if you want to find truth.
Right.
It literally tells you to read the Bible.
Right.
But that's a separate conversation. We're not Muslim. They had us in slavery. Oh, those so-called Arabs, how they got all their gas stations and liquor stores in our neighborhoods, right? They still got us in slavery, selling us all this liquor.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Right, so you can't eat pork. There's substitutes. Not substitute, there's clean animals. You have beef, you got lamb, you got chicken, you got turkey, but you cannot eat pork. Right?
Right? These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters.
So now let's talk about what you can and can't eat out the water, right? Read.
All that have fins and scales shall ye eat.
Right, so what come out the water that has scales?
Fish.
Right. It's not hard, right? Read.
And whatsoever hath not fins and scales, ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you.
What come out the water that don't have fins and scales?
Shrimp. Yeah. What else? Scallops.
Scallops.
Shit like that.
Crabs.
Crabs, yeah.
Lobsters, mussels, oysters, seahorses, catfish. You eat that stuff?
Yeah, I did.
That's a commandment in the Bible that you right.
Boy.
Why you think they on the earth?
Why I think what?
Pigs and scavengers. They call scavengers, huh?
Right.
They don't got a reason.
They have a reason.
They don't got no reason.
They got a reason. What you think clean up the earth?
Pigs clean up the earth?
You never seen what a pig eat?
It's like dirt.
They eat whatever you give them.
That latter part of what you just said.
They eat whatever you give them. If you give them a dead body, they're gonna eat. Same thing with crabs. They're called bottom feeders. They clean up. You from Baltimore? You wouldn't drink out this harbor.
Fuck no.
It's because they tab shrimp, lobsters, and things out of it. And they sell it to you on your plate. You sitting there poisoning yourself.
See that? And sinning.
So why can we eat fish?
It's clean animals. They don't eat how a crab eats.
Right.
Right? Like how a cows, grass fed, what they call
So we can eat cows.
herbivores.
So we can
right?
eat cows, right?
Right, yeah, beef. Yeah, beef.
But isn't a shark considered a fish?
A shark, it doesn't have scales.
Right.
They do got they
Gills.
gills.
No shark.
No shark.
You eat shark?
Nah.
All right, no shark.
Swordfish.
No octopus.
I don't eat none
No
of that.
eels.
I don't eat no weird no like I eat regular shrimp and crab.
That's not regular. That's not food.
Right. So none of y'all brothers out here had crab, none of that?
And
No!
But
We had it before.
we had it. We repented. We used to eat it.
Right.
But brothers haven't had it in years. When the last time you had it? We can't even, we don't even gotta talk about it. Brother said over 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
I'm going on like 5, something like that. I'm pretty sure brothers been in there longer. But those about in the ancient world, that wasn't food. That was actually slave food. When we were slaves, they used to just give it to us. They used to just throw it on for here, eat. Give you the pig, eat. That's why people eat what's it called? Chitlins. That's those are pig intestines. Why would you eat intestines of a pig? Pig feet, knuckle, elbow, shoulder, ear. Why would you eat those things? Forehead. They just give you the animal. Go ahead, bring that picture.
Come on, this is Acts chapter 17 and verse 30.
Bring it up.
And the times of this ignorance, God winked at.
Right, ignorant mean you don't know something. Right, so at the time that you didn't know something, God winked at it, meaning he was like, okay, you didn't know. I'm gonna give you mercy.
But I thought ignorance meant you know, but you choose to not.
No. Ignorance is basically like the absence of knowledge.
Right.
So you didn't know these things, so the Most High is giving you a chance. Right, so since you now know these things, you can't go out and eat it. You can't go and get on that boat like everybody go do. What I don't know people doing. Everybody get on that boat and go eat crabs and all that stuff. Read.
And at the times of this ignorance, God winked at. But now come all men everywhere to repent.
To what?
To repent.
Right. To repent. That's what you do to ask for forgiveness.
Right.
Right. You ask for forgiveness. You repent from your sins to the Most High God. Right. And it's not this man. That's just an image of an actual man named Caesar Borgias. Right.
That's his actual name?
Yeah. You can go look him up. Right. So you ask what. So the reason we went into slavery. What I say with the reason we went to slavery was for?
Because our peoples ain't help us.
We ain't keep the commandments.
Because we ain't read the commandments.
Keep the commandments. Follow God's laws. Right? So if you don't want to be cursed and punished, what should you do? You should follow God's laws. Right? I'm going to show you a couple more.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood.
Right. So how you like your steak?
I like mine's like medium.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard it's unhealthy to eat well done steak.
You heard a lot of things. You heard that you was black.
Right.
You heard you was African American.
Right.
You heard you should get certain jabs in the arm.
Right.
You heard you should take certain medicines and they don't do anything good for us. You heard that you should trust other people. That you should trust your enemies. You heard a lot of things. But you got to hear what God said, right?
Right.
Thanks.
Reading on. Neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times.
Right. What's your sign?
Gemini.
You said that fast, bro.
Right, you're not supposed to know that.
I don't pay attention to that.
You just know.
I just know because
Okay,
people
all
always
right.
say,
But that goes back into witchcraft. Right? No alignment of stars is going to tell you what to do.
yeah, I don't believe in
That
that.
doesn't make any sense. It's not going to predict you. It's not going to help you find $50 on the ground. That doesn't.
Meet the love of your life.
Do it predict your personality.
Don't predict nothing. Right? Right. So we can't get into that. Palm reading, trying to go talk to a psychic, and be like, they sitting there holding your hands, be like, I noticed something going to change about you. Something change about you every day. They just lying to you and taking your money. Right? Read.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
So you can't shave your head bald like Charles Barkley. Right? I see you got hair. So you're keeping that commandment, right?
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
You can't shave your beard. Whatever you got to let it grow. Whatever you got to let it grow.
You be letting your beard grow?
Do it look like I got a beard? I don't shave it. I just don't have one.
That's like, that's crazy.
He got an hand to it.
Hey, right. Yeah, you can't shave your beard. So you gotta whatever you got to let it grow. All right? I'll go into the barber and letting them cut that thing off, right? So read that again.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
Right, you can't cut yourself.
No, Salaki. Reading on. Nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord.
Right, so you can't get tattoos. Now, what we read about earlier, we read about repentance, right? Asking for forgiveness. You and I have known that you couldn't get tattoos because they don't teach it, right?
No, I know.
Right, but now you know.
Right.
Brothers up here got tattoos.
Right.
They regret it. They repented.
Right.
They deleted the tattoo plug number out their phone.
Right.
And didn't get any more. So whatever appointment you got to cancel it. Even if you down payment. You might be able to ask for it back, but you just out of money. You can't get them no more.
Right. No more.
You the 1 Corinthians 3:16. If you're in Israel, you're an Israelite, brother. You gotta realize that means you're the holiest person on the earth.
Right.
You're the holiest nation. Give me bring it up.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3:16. Bring it up. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High,
You're the temple of God, right?
right, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any defile the temple of God,
You defile your temple, right? Say you got a house, right? You'd be mad if somebody came spray painting on it, threw all type of dead animals and stuff like that, and defiling your house. That's how the Most High feels about your body, right?
him shall God destroy.
If you defile your temple, God will destroy you.
Right.
You asked earlier, you said, is this Christianity? We said, this is not modern day Christianity. The Lord gets down, he kills people.
Right.
The New Testament. This is after Christ died. So the Lord he kills people, right? Read.
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
Right, so you're the holy temple, you got to take care of it. Right, so that means what you eat. Like we say, you can't just eat anything. Everything's not food, right? Tattoos on your body.
Right.
That also goes into, what's another way you think you get defile?
Tattoo on my body.
Right, what's another one?
Another one, smoking.
Smoke.
Nah, I vape. That's pretty much it. Smoke.
What's in the vape?
Nicotine. I don't know.
You gotta know. You should just throw it away.
Right.
Like in the trash.
I don't got it
Just
on
do
me.
it now.
I don't got it on me. Swear to God.
We believe it.
I was looking for it though if I came.
Well, just lose it. Don't even look for it no more, right? Because those things defile your temple, right? Smoke getting on your lungs, you coughing and stuff. They say people, people sitting there getting arguments about blunts and stuff. People get killed over this. It's just a whole demon behind it. People can't eat without it, can't sleep without it, they can't do anything without it because they're making weed their god or vapes. People be fighting over vapes, pens, cigarettes.
Right, and them vapes be carcinogens in them. They get you cancer. If you keep smoking, that's when you get throat cancer or lung cancer.
You ever seen the people got the thing and they got to put a little, nobody want to do that.
That's if you keep smoking it though. I feel like, so if I probably smoke for another year and then
Well, your last day was today.
Yeah.
So you already stopped.
So you ain't gotta worry about it.
Yeah.
But those things over time destroy your body, right? Literally defile your temple. And then Deuteronomy 7.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse number 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Holy means separate. You're literally holy out of all the people on the earth, all the different races. God loves our race better than anyone else, right?
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Special unto himself.
above all people,
They're saying,
above all
he
people
literally views you above all people,
that are on the face of the earth.
right? If he views us as above all people, why are we at the society?
See that?
I don't know.
We don't
They're trying
listen.
to keep us out.
We don't listen. We don't know God's commandments. We don't know his name. We don't know what he looks like. What's his...
See that?
I don't know.
People say they love God. How do you love God? How you love God? Can you send him a postcard? Amazon gift card?
I already did my though.
How you love God? Real quick.
I
please.
love God
How?
by believing in him, by having faith in him.
I'm gonna read it.
John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
The Lord say,
Keep my
if
commandments.
you love God, you have to keep his. You gotta throw that vapor away. You gotta throw that pork out.
Right.
You gotta throw that bacon out, that shrimp, crabs, all them things. If you truly love God, right? You can't be not saying you are, but people are hypocrites about it. They say they love God. They say they have a personal relationship with him. But they don't know anything about him. They don't know what he likes. They don't know what he hates. God hates.
Right.
It's in the Bible.
Right.
Come before you leave. You said is this Christianity? You said
I said they would go against Christianity.
it goes against modern day Christianity.
That's right.
Let me 27 and 24. This is apocryphal. These are books taken out of the Bible.
This is Sirach chapter 27 and verse number 24.
Bring it out.
I have hated many
What
things.
did God say?
I have hated many things.
Right, they try to make him make it just think he's going to come down and give you a lollipop or something. He said he hated many things.
But nothing like him.
But what?
But nothing like him.
Right, read.
For the will hate him.
Right, the Lord hates a specific person, a specific nation of people.
See that?
He loves a specific nation of people and he hates a specific nation of people.
Right.
You got to be on that side of love, brother.
Gotcha.
All right, so you going to keep God's commandments?
Yes, sir.
What did God call us?
Israelites.
Israelites.
Right.
Not black, not African American, all right? Brother, fly. We out here every Friday and every Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother?
All right, appreciate
All right,
y'all.
brother, be safe.
All right,
praise
it.
All praise to the Most High.
What's going on, brother? We talk. Doing good, brother? Trying to keep the commandments?
Yeah, I've been trying. I thought, what's his name was going to be here, the guy that's with me in the program.
Oh, okay. I think I remember what we talking about.
Derek? Not Derek.
The guy who was out here with you last time?
With the dreads.
Okay. We haven't seen him. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. He should be out here soon. Go, brother. You got you some fringes, brother? You been able to?
Can't afford it.
Yeah. You keep coming out. Brother's going look for you. All right. Just keep coming out. All right. Keep coming out. Come. Let's get into it. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 21. Start at verse 17. Come.
It's Book of Job, chapter 21, verse 17.
Bring it out.
I got a man for the Bible. Real quick for God. I gotta answer these questions for y'all. Who is that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, you have to go to Christ. Now, what does it say he looked like in the Bible? Y'all read the Bible?
He white.
Y'all read the Bible?
I forgot about it. I go to church.
Say you go to church. Do they teach what? Oh, and they say he white in church. Well, let's see what the Bible says. Because the Bible, shouldn't you? That's the source, right? Right. You should go to the source to figure out the information.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse number 13.
Bring it out.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
Right. The Son of Man is Jesus Christ, right?
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool.
I know what type of hair woolly hair is. He said it is. He said
His hair is white. and
woolly.
Woolly.
What type of hair woolly is? Who got woolly hair? What people on the earth?
Ooh. He had his hair and
What race of people got
His-
woolly hair?
white. Real race.
Woolly hair is the hair y'all have.
Right.
Hair that all
His
of
head
us
and
have.
his hair were white like Will and
Wool.
he
Wool is like a sheep.
Wait a second. That's what you read.
You see the sheep?
yeah.
You see like the elder right here? That's woolly hair.
It's woolly hair.
White. It said Christ had woolly hair.
Like gray hair?
Not necessarily color, but the texture. Right? Kind of like try to stick a pick through it through the afro and sitting there getting stuck. Right? You know what I'm talking about? They have woolly hair.
No.
So why did they say that's Jesus? Why did y'all say it was Jesus?
Yeah.
Y'all the ones who said it.
That's what.
That's what y'all
No.
was taught.
Actually, I've been taught by my grandmother before she passed away.
Okay. So this is an image that was given to us in slavery.
Right.
Y'all feel when we was in slavery? Y'all heard about so-called black people being in slavery?
Yeah.
Being on slave ships and things like that? That happened to our people. And the same people that put us in slavery told us that they were our God. That's why our people believe it so much, right? I'll read on this.
Right. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
A fierce man, right? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color brass is? BRASS. It's like a penny.
Like a penny.
Copper.
Oh.
That's what colors, right? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
It was so dark, it was like he was burned in a furnace or oven. You know what I mean? So, does he have woolly hair? No, Stan, does this image have woolly hair? Does he have dark skin?
No.
So how could he be Jesus? If the Bible is the source, right? And it has the information. People that walked with him knew what he looked like. Why is it saying, why are they saying this is Jesus, but in the Bible it's saying something completely different? Saying that he would have been a so-called black man.
Right.
Why y'all think that's going? Why would somebody? That's called a what? What happens when you don't tell the truth?
So they lied about his skin color?
If you're not telling the truth, tell them.
All right.
Why would they lie? Why would they lie to you though?
Uh,
17. Why would somebody lie to you? To trick you, deceive you, right? Bring that down, Jeremiah 17, verse 4.
It's Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Right, heritage is your history, right? Your people, land, things like that, your language. What is our heritage? What is the heritage of so-called black people? Where did we come from?
no, America?
Where did we come from? Who's our forefathers?
God.
Who created us? Who's our actual forefathers in the flesh?
Parents? No, wait.
Ancestors.
If
What's
God
Head of parents.
what language do y'all speak?
English.
Are y'all from England?
I'm from Baltimore.
Why are you speaking English? If you're not from England?
Because I'm black.
Who lives in England? So-called white people.
Right.
Right.
These things happen because we were put into slavery. We forgot who we were. They started giving you a different God. They started changing your language, and they make you believe that you're somebody else. They say you can only be a gangster or a thug now, or a rapper, right? But you are a child of God, right?
Right. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies, and the land which thou knowest not.
Right, so for disobeying God, we went into slavery. We went into slavery for disobeying God in a land that we didn't know.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Why would God be angry?
Because we obey them.
We disobey.
Right.
Disobey.
Right, that's why somebody would be angry, right? Y'all parents get upset or don't follow the house rules, right? Right, and then there's punishment. It might be a beating, it might be something. But there's punishments, there's consequences for your actions. There's consequences because we don't keep God's commandments. How many commandments is it?
Huh?
How many commandments is it?
I just,
Y'all love God?
yeah.
All right, if you love God, you gotta know how many commandments it is. You gotta know his name and know what he look like. What's God's name?
Wait, not funny.
Let
That
it-
is Jesus right there.
You said this is Jesus?
Yes.
What, does it say that in the Bible?
No.
So that's not Jesus. This
That's
is a
not
what?
Jesus. Right.
This is
Lie.
a lie.
A lie.
This is a liar. Somebody painted an image that was false, and they knew what they were doing. They were trying to trick you.
Right.
But you can't be tricked by this anymore. You gotta wake up. All right, bring that up. All right, I'll call
So like,
Stop right
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 23.
Bring it out.
All these things are the book of the Most High God.
Right.
Even the law,
Even the what?
Even the law.
Right, the law is your heritage. The commandments of God. That's your true heritage. Not running around trying to
We
be.
was talking about laws in school.
All right, well, those are laws of America.
Right.
These are the laws of God.
Right.
Right, you can't run around trying to be like Glow and Sexy Red and who are these other people? Meg Thee Stallion. You have to follow after the laws of God. Most High doesn't condone those.
Right.
Those actions are detrimental. What's the word? Detrimental to our community,
Right.
to our people. It destroys us. Right, we have to follow the commandments of God. Y'all said y'all love God, right? Well, you got to keep His commandments.
even the law which Moses commanded for a heritage.
Y'all heard Moses? What Moses did? Yeah, Exodus 5. What did Moses do? What was Moses known for?
There go my last name.
What's your last name?
Benjamin.
That's the Most High. See that?
Con. This is Exodus chapter 5 and verse 1.
Go.
And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let my people go. Let my people go.
Right, he said, let my people go. Why would you say, let my people go?
Because of
Why they say free my mans? Free, Tony. Free Tony.
because they in a prison.
Because they locked up.
Right.
Breaking
Moses
laws.
said, let my people go because they were in slavery. Wasn't our people in slavery? It's because we're the same people. We're the Israelites. We're not
Right.
black. What does that mean, black?
Color.
Right, exactly. It's just a color.
Just a color.
How is that your nationality? How is that your heritage? All right, bring down Deuteronomy 28 and start at verse 15. How is that your heritage? That's just a color.
Right.
Yeah.
What did God call it? Acts 5. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 15.
Get out.
Got a question? Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Hearken means listen. If you don't listen to God,
to observe to all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
right? Is a curse or a good or bad thing?
Good. Bad.
It's a bad thing, right? Would you want to be cursed?
No.
Right. So why did God say our people are cursed? Because we don't listen. We don't keep His commandments. Right. Read.
Con. So like all these curses shall come upon thee, overtake thee.
Right. So we're going to be cursed for not keeping God's commandments. Right. Read.
shalt thou be in the city.
Let's say y'all from Baltimore, right? Y'all know what Baltimore is named after?
Maryland?
No. It's named after an actual man named Lord Baltimore. It's a white man,
Right.
right?
So it's Maryland.
Right, so it's
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now, who lives the worst in Baltimore cities? What race of people?
Racist people?
What race of people, what group of people live the worst in Baltimore?
Just
Y'all from Baltimore. You just gotta look around. Who live the worst? It's not a trick question.
Right. She said it.
African American?
Absolutely. But the Most High didn't call us African Americans.
Right.
Those are the names of two different white men. Scipius Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. Those are two different continents. God called us Israelites.
Right.
So he's saying these people are gonna be cursed in the city. Don't we got drugs in our community? Shootings in our community? Fighting? Y'all, what are y'all, middle school? I'll be in middle school fighting? Why are we fighting each other? Our people fighting each other for what? Don't they already try to gun us down
Right.
and hold us,
See that?
but we fighting each other?
Why?
We need each other.
Right.
We need to protect each other.
Stick together.
Right. That's a curse on our people that we hate each other. Right. Cursed shalt thou be in the city
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
and in the slave fields. Who was cursed in the slave fields? Us. Picking cotton and all types of things, right? This is our people. This is our book. You're not black. It's a
Right.
color. You're not African American.
Right.
You're an Israelite according to the Bible.
Right.
We know that because only we can identify with that. Could a so-called Chinese woman come up here and say, "Yeah, I'm cursed in the city," and people was cursed in the field? Did they say that? Do they live in the hoods?
Yeah.
They live in the hoods, or do they own the corner stores in the hoods?
See that?
And they selling a bag of chips for $4?
Madness.
Right? They own the stores in your own neighborhood. We don't own anything in our neighborhood.
Right.
Right? Those are the curses on our people. Because what? Why are we cursed?
Because we don't listen.
Right. We don't listen to what? We don't listen to the radio. We don't listen to
We don't listen to-
Neo.
God words.
Yeah, right. We don't keep the commandments.
Right.
Commandments.
So you got to keep God's commandments.
Commandments.
Right? Y'all know any commandments? First Timothy 2:9. You know any commandments? We're gonna read something for you.
Book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2:9. In like manner also, that the women adore themselves in modest apparel.
And what?
In modest apparel.
Y'all know what modest apparel is?
No.
Modest apparel means you covered up, right? A lot of women in our generation and our so-called leaders, they don't dress modestly, and then they put a spirit on the kid, be like them. So now, it's not cool to dress modest. They want you to be wicked and dress like to be frank, yeah, a stripper, a prostitute like that.
See that?
When that's wicked, God hates that.
See that every day.
Right, but our people, our sisters need to dress modestly. Our sisters are going missing.
Right.
Y'all know that?
Yeah.
What they call human trafficking, things like that. Our sisters are getting kidnapped,
Every day.
right? And you're not making it any easier when you're just going out dressed half naked, right?
Yeah.
Right, so read that again.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that the women adore themselves in modest apparel,
Right, modest apparel.
with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
Right, with sobriety. So your outward appearance shouldn't make you.
Right.
Who you are and keeping the commandments of God is what should make, right? It says in sobriety. Do y'all stay sober? Y'all stay sober? Y'all don't drink, do any drugs?
Right.
You'd be surprised.
Right. Right.
You'd be surprised. You've seen
Right.
12-year-olds come out here talking about they smoke with their parents and things
Right.
like that.
Right.
You'd be surprised.
Man.
Don't fall into that temptation in middle school and then going into high school and you see everybody start smoking and drinking like that and thinking you have to follow after them. Right? Following after, you're just gonna get yourself destroyed.
Right.
Right? Give me 1 John 2:15. You bring it.
Come on, and
Shalom.
when we were speaking on, women dressed, half naked with their bodies, you said you see that every day. And if you see that every day, you got to be the change, right? You got to know that it's wrong, and you got to be that light to your people to make them want to do better. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, 'cause people might say it's the cool kids doing. It's not cool.
Right.
It's really foolish.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. It's absolutely stupid to go against the commandments of God.
Right.
Anybody try to peer pressure you into those things, you go away from that. And don't care about what other people think of you when you're keeping the commandments of God.
That's right.
Book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world.
The Lord say,
Love not the world.
Say, don't love the world.
Right.
Loving the world is loving the things you see on TV, on Instagram, social media, trying to follow after your favorite celebrity. That's loving the world. Trying to be what they tell you to be instead of what God tells you to be, right?
Neither the things that are in the world, if any man love the world, the love of the Father not in him.
Right. If you love the things of the world more than the Bible, more than the commandments of God, more than the Most High Himself and His Son, then you're an enemy of God. You don't want to be an enemy of God.
Not at all.
You want to be on the right side. Y'all gonna keep God's commandments?
Yes.
All right. So the first one we read was that yes, our sisters have to dress modestly. All right. Don't go into the party, going to the clubs and stuff, and trying to be grown and you out there to fool of yourself. Right. You got to keep God's commandments. Give me Leviticus.
Which they laughing at you.
Give me Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
So that's like y'all heard of a dress code.
Oh yeah.
So that's like a dress code, right?
That's how my school is. If you wear a crop top, you wear shorts that right here, they dress code you. They gonna send you home.
Well, yeah, they might give you a little punishment, but the Most High is a lot harsher than that.
Right.
Just to leave it at that, He's a lot harsher than that. He's not just going to give you detention. All right, the Most High is a man of war.
Con. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
So you got the dress code. Now we're going to talk about things you can and can't eat, because you can't eat everything. Y'all eat hippos?
No.
You think you should?
I don't eat from everywhere.
You should.
Right.
When these
I
other
don't even
nations
eat
talk
from
about
my
they
own
made some.
family.
When these other nations talk about they made some food from home and want you to try it, don't eat that. They be mad at
The
me at work,
potluck.
but I'm not eating that. That's not happening.
Not doing that.
And the swine, he divided the hoof.
Swine is pig, pork, right?
Can't eat.
Why can't you eat pork? Yo, it's nasty. Why can't you eat pork?
Me? Because last time my mother cooked it, I started spitting up some food.
You know why you started spitting up? Because that's the most disgusting thing on this planet.
Right.
Disgusting animal.
Ever since I ate there, all I eat is beef.
Ain't nothing
praise.
wrong with that, right? But you cannot eat pork. It is disgusting. You should throw up. You should hurl, whatever they say. You should start pass out when you smell that stuff. That stuff is disgusting.
Body trying to purge that out.
You ever seen what a pig eat?
Yeah, pig.
I say you ever seen what a pig eat?
Oh.
Pig eat anything.
Anything.
Anything. They eat a person.
Right.
They'll eat a dead pig.
Yeah.
Feces, urine, vomit. They eat all that stuff, and then you put it in your body. Pigs are made to clean up. They're made to clean up the earth. You can't just start taking things out of that element. They say you start messing up the ecosystem, right? Read.
Con. And be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So pork is unclean to you. The Lord, if you love the Lord, you have to keep His commandments. Y'all gonna start eating pork?
I don't eat pork.
Oh, praise
the
the
Lord. What about you? No pork?
She don't like the talk.
Pepperoni?
She talk too fast and she stutter when she talk fast.
Pepperoni? Do you eat pepperoni?
Oh yeah.
Can't eat that. You have beef, turkey pepperoni. You can't have pork pepperoni.
My mother,
Right.
my mother get turkey the beef pepperoni.
You eat bacon?
Not all the time.
You can't have it. No more pork.
Right.
If you love God, you cannot eat pork.
Right.
Y'all love God?
Yes.
Cannot eat pork.
Right.
Straight up.
Right? Show them
Is that too much?
What's something?
All right. Well, I show the frozen footage.
That's basically what you're not gonna show the whole video.
Yeah, I ain't gonna show
Let's
the whole
get
video.
graphic.
But that's
But
a
the pig
dog,
is about
and
to
the
get
dog
down.
The pig is eating a dog. Pig eating a dead dog.
That pig about to get down.
Yeah,
Can't,
right.
That's nasty.
Can't eat
That's
the pig.
disgusting.
That was a gourmet meal.
Like gourmet. It was slave food to us.
Right.
So we can't eat those things.
Can't eat those.
No more pork.
No
all right?
more pork. Right.
You can eat beef, chicken, lamb, turkey, things like that. Elk, bison, goat, as the brother said. But you cannot eat pork.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So one day, my aunt she was trying to get some ice out the freezer. She was eating pork so much, and a big piece of rock hard meat fell on her feet. She had to get surgery all the way up her leg.
Things happen. Most high, Hebrews 10 and
My
30
mother said it was for her eating too many points. Pork.
Mother don't eat pork either? Why she don't eat pork? Same reason, because you threw up.
Yeah, my cousin.
That's a sin.
My cousin don't eat pork because he Muslim.
Oh, they get that from the Bible. So the main reason is not because you threw up. The main reason is because it's a sin. Sin against the Most High God.
Con, this is the book of Hebrews.
Go.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31.
Bring it up.
It is a fearful thing.
It is a what?
It is a fearful
fearful thing.
to fall into the hands of the living God.
Right, the Most High will judge you.
Right.
The Most High judges people. So when you do bad things happen. It's like Galatians 6 and 7. You reap what you sow. So you have to keep God's commandments to get the blessings. Because you don't want to be cursed, right? All right, so you have to keep God's commandments. Bring that up. Finish reading in the
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse number 8.
Bring it out.
Of their flesh shall he not eat, and of their carcass shall he not touch. They are unclean to you. These shall he eat of all that are in the waters.
All right, pay attention. We're not worried about them. They are. Ain't gonna do nothing.
Verse 9 from the top. These shall he eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, and the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
What come out the water that has fins and scales?
Don't fishes be?
Fish? Right. You got fins and scales, right?
Yeah.
Read.
Fine. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So the Lord said if it doesn't have fins and scales, it's an abomination. What come out the water that does not have fins and scales? What lives in the water that does not have fins and scales? Ducks? Sharks?
Yeah.
Talk about animals. Dolphins live in the water.
Yeah, dolphins.
They don't have scales.
Fishes.
What type?
What's that thing called?
What's that thing called?
We got fishes
We in
at our
Maryland.
school.
We in Maryland. What's Maryland known for?
Lay down the newspaper.
Sunday. Crack them joints open. Butter. Hammers. Garlic. They red. They got the little.
They get them in bushels.
Crab.
Yes. Can't eat those. They don't have fins or scales. They're unclean animals.
See that?
What?
What's the problem?
I gotta stop eating now.
Yeah,
Right.
You know how they eat? They eat just like the pig.
Right.
Worse.
I seen a video of crabs eating a dead pig.
As my mother was pregnant with my sister, my mother started eating crabs or something.
All praise to the Most High.
Right.
You shouldn't eat those. That's not food. Everything
Right.
that moves isn't food. Eat a monkey. Y'all eat monkeys?
No, I'll eat monkeys.
I mean, why don't you eat monkeys? Because everything that moves isn't food. Alright, so you gotta watch what you eat. Take care of yourself. You can't just eat anything. Shrimp. Pay attention. No shrimp. Y'all eat shrimp?
Yeah, I do.
They don't have fins or scales. You can't eat them. They eat just like the pig. They eat just like the crab.
Other food that got skins and
Look at that. You're just eating bugs. They just bugs in the water. Look at that. They just bugs in the water.
I eat lobster.
Would you eat a water bug?
No.
That's what it is. Literally a water bug.
Sea roaches.
So don't water bugs come from
Man, they could come from anywhere. Come
Right.
from the depths. I don't know where they come from.
Right.
They just come from cracks and crevices. you can't eat those things. It's just bugs, and it's disgusting. It's not even. I don't even want to talk about it.
Sea roaches.
Right, the sea
I
roaches.
would throw up.
You should, because you shouldn't eat it.
Shouldn't eat it.
So
at
no
all.
more pork. I'm gonna start eating pork. No more shrimp. Right? Crabs, lobsters.
Is it okay if you eat like mussels and stuff?
No. Do they have fins
They
and scales?
bugs.
They have fins and scales?
Mussels.
They
You
like
can't eat them.
They like snails and slugs.
And no mussels, no scallops, no oysters. What else? Sea urchins. You can't eat those things. Manatees. You can't eat those things. All right?
What about snow crab?
No. It could be snow crab, hot crab, earth crab, whatever. No crabs. It has to have fins and scales. All right? That eats.
Right.
What did the Lord, how did the Lord say you're supposed to dress?
Appropriate.
Modesty.
A decent, right?
No, like you gotta dress
What did
like.
Deuteronomy 20:25?
Like
Because
you
y'all
can't
not.
have like you gotta have jeans on,
Is
that's not
is
tight.
Is jeans modest?
huh?
What do? Bring it up.
Like you gotta have.
Book of
jeans.
Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Listen to this. Read it again from the top.
This is Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
What does that sound like?
Ooh, I gotta say something.
Real quick. What does that sound like? It said a man can't wear what a woman wear, and a woman can't wear what men wear.
Yeah,
Because
tougher stuff, right?
I learned this at church.
I don't know
When
what
you
that
go
means.
to church, your hair never supposed to be out, or you're not supposed to wear makeup at church.
Oh, but we're going to talk about what the Lord said, right? So he said a man can't wear what women wear, and women can't wear what men wear.
Right.
What's that talking about?
Because girls,
I see how Lil Uzi dressed.
I saw a lady. I saw
Yeah, like,
I saw the
People
man.
people
I saw the man.
like
I saw the man wearing a girl clothes at church.
At church?
Yeah, like it was a little mannequin doll. Like they dressed the mannequin doll up
Oh, the
and
drag
act like it was.
They wear a
Drag
baggy.
queens, whatever you call it. Shalom. So you can't, men can't wear what women wear, and women can't wear what men wear. So what I said, Lil Uzi, what does he wear?
Baggy stuff.
He be wearing dresses and stuff. Cannot wear that. So what do women have to wear? What can't women wear? That means women have to wear dresses.
Right.
Those are
And
woman
men
garments.
supposed to wear suits.
When men are supposed to have mighty garments with trousers. Which means women can't wear pants.
What? So we can wear pants?
Absolutely not.
What if it's cold outside?
Stay inside. Stay inside.
What if we got visitors to handle?
You can have garments underneath to stay warm. You saw these other, where they at?
Socks.
They look. You see them?
Right.
See how they got dresses on? Hers could stand to be a little longer.
They Muslim.
I don't know what they are. They're not holy. But you see, no matter what the
They
weather
got the
is,
racks on.
they still got their dresses on.
Right.
No matter what the weather is, they still got their dresses. I seen an
That's
Arab woman. She was playing basketball.
Right. Me too.
They be on a treadmill, jump rope, dress on. You could do it. You just conditioned to believe that you have to wear pants and sports clothing to do certain things, right? Our ancestors didn't wear those things. They didn't start wearing pants till around the 1960s.
It's a sister in the truth that runs track, and she actually wears a skirt when she runs track with some ZZs on.
Right.
Oh, I could never.
Yo, you
Right.
She does it.
Right.
If you love the Lord, you can do it.
Right.
Don't y'all the Lord? Would y'all wear a dress for the Lord?
Yes.
For the Lord? Would.
No.
No, for the Lord, you would. You wear the dress for the Lord.
Yeah.
You don't want to go against his commandments, right? Right, so you got to keep God's commandments. So no pants. Y'all got to go home and tell your parents, like, look, I need some dresses. I need some modest dresses for school. And don't care about what other people try to make fun of you and things like
Right.
that. Nobody cares about what they think.
Right.
You're only trying to rest the Most High God.
Right.
No one else, all right? So what did God call us?
Black is kids.
No. What did God call us? What did he say our race was?
Huh?
Black,
right?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. I'm about to start over. All right. It's somewhere on this sign. It's somewhere on this sign, and it starts with an I.
that's why I cheated on you.
Boy.
What did God call us? It's on this sign, and it starts with an I, and I'm pointing at it.
See, but they keep messing with us.
You gotta pay attention. Nobody worried about that. It's just Satan trying to distract you.
All right.
Pay attention. What did God call us? Two brothers are pointing at it. It start with an I. Israelite.
Right.
Israelite.
Give me Romans 11:1.
Book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
Read it again.
For I also am an Israelite.
One more time.
For I also am an Israelite.
An Israelite. You can't say Israelite.
Israelite.
Israelite. Israelite. That's what God called us. Right? He didn't call us Negro. He didn't call us
Because
African American.
We not a Negro.
Right?
Right.
Exactly.
Black.
No.
No.
Look at her jacket. Any of y'all that color? Is anybody that color?
Yes, my color?
Her jacket, the black jacket.
No.
Yes.
Nobody's that color.
Nobody's color.
Nobody's that color.
They're
Look at my jacket.
The one that
Is anybody black? Look at it, and look at your skin color. Nobody's black. You're different shades of brown.
Right.
But the Lord called us Israelites.
Right.
And we have to do what?
Huh?
What do Israelites have to do? To not be.
You have to
Listen
and
Keep his word.
and
Follow.
his word, right?
Yeah, keep his word. Follow the what?
keep the laws.
Follow the laws. Follow the laws of God. What are the laws you learn?
One law. Did we go with this?
Yes. We did.
One law is how girls come out the house and dress.
How should you dress?
Skirts. I mean dresses.
Well, anybody can wear a skirt dress. It has to be modest.
Boys not supposed to wear girls' clothes.
Absolutely not.
And
That's
boys not
foolishness.
supposed to wear girls' clothes.
Absolutely.
And girls not supposed to wear boys' clothes.
Right.
Right.
What can't you eat?
Right. Pork. No,
Right.
you can't eat crabs, no fish, lobsters, shrimp,
Right.
None of that.
Crawfish.
Bottom feeders.
crawfish.
Right.
None of them
Because
bottom
they
feeders.
alive animals.
It has to have what? Fins and
Scale.
scales.
Right.
It has to have fins and scales. Right? That's a clean animal. Right? You can have beef, you can have chicken, you can have turkey, you can have lamb. No shrimp, no crab,
Could
no
we have
lobster.
ribs?
If they're beef,
Beef ribs. Lamb ribs.
I can't
if
have
it's beef,
steak.
you can have steak.
I can't have steak.
But you gotta cook it. No blood, no pink, none of that. Cook your
People
food.
will be eating it like
People
Right,
eat
that's
it
white people.
while it's still alive.
That's facts.
White people, not black people.
People still while it's alive.
Nah,
They just
it's
go up
alive.
there, they just run up on the
Yeah.
cow and bite it.
they eat
Right?
raw fish.
Yes,
They eat
white
anything.
people, they eat raw anything.
eat other people.
And don't brush
They eat
their
raw
teeth
people.
at them.
They eat anything.
Go in the store and smell fish.
Right.
When they bruh, your face.
Give me Leviticus 19:17. I'm gonna give you one more commandment for y'all because y'all gotta get in the house.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt thy brother in thy heart.
Lord said,
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
y'all said y'all fighting in school.
Like not like fighting, but
Not
play
like-
fighting. Not
Like,
like
no.
Y'all got beef with
My
me.
mother, huh?
No,
Don't got no beef with nobody?
Yeah, I do.
not me. I barely do.
No, you can't beef with people of your own nation.
Right.
No
Right.
ops.
Only reason
Why do you have
I-
ops?
Huh?
I said, why do you have ops?
Because we're fake. The stuff that they do to you.
I don't know why you're even a thing.
Ops, opponents.
Right.
You know, you can't. You gotta love your people. I'm not saying let somebody just beat you up or let somebody on you, but you can't hate your own
The
people.
most nasty thing you ever did.
But you can't hate your own people. You gonna stop hating your own people?
Yeah.
Can't hate your own people. That's a commandment. You said you love God, right? Read that again.
Come. Book of chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin.
Right, you gotta tell your neighbor when they're in sin. That's how we told y'all, right? Certain things you can't eat. You have to dress a certain way. You have to love the Most High. You can't hate your own people. Right? Bring it up.
Come on. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28 and verse number 1. He that revengeth shall find vengeance.
Read that again.
He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord.
Right, you try to spin the block when you're out, and the Most High gonna spin the block when you're
Right.
We read that earlier.
I know what they gonna do.
You know who gonna do it.
If you spin a block, they spin
You
that.
can't spin the block when you're out. You gotta
Right.
love your
The
neighbor,
black people.
love your brother.
No option Israel.
The Israelites,
Right.
so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
No
Black.
option Israel.
American
What tribe y'all from? Where you from?
God.
Y'all from the tribe of Judah?
Yeah.
You'll be a so-called American black? What's your father's race?
Huh?
What's your father's race?
Epsom.
You know your father's?
Oh yeah, I know my phone.
What's his race?
His name and stuff.
No, his race, his nationality.
Oh, like his color.
Is he a so-called black man? Okay, y'all be from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Same tribe you came from. What does Christ look like? Yes,
My phone is Muslim.
that's a religion. What is What do we read earlier? What kind of hair did he have? Yeah, woolly hair. Like a
Woolly
so-called
hair.
black man, right?
He had
And what color's the skin?
his head is white.
What color's the skin?
Fine.
His head is
He was dark skinned.
black. BLASS. But I got see. That's
Brass.
the name. Brass.
E-R.
BRASS.
We're the Israelites, God's chosen people. We got to keep God's commandments. All right? These flyers. Y'all get in the house.
Thank you.
Oh,
Do
praise
you
the
have
Most
a
High.
church?
Yes, it's on the flyer.
Thank you.
Oh, praise the Most High.
Pulling teeth.
Yeah, wrestling match.
In the book of Job, chapter 21, start verse 17. Get a couple now, passage.
Book of Job. You got it, King.
Come.
Book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
How oft is the candle of the wicked put out?
The Lord say,
How oft is the candle of the wicked put out?
Right, and this is very close for that candle being put out.
Con.
Right, they make enemies with everybody. That candle's about to get put out. The wickedness of what they did to the children of Israel,
God.
all these other nations. Right, read.
How oft cometh that destruction them?
Right.
God disrupteth sorrows in his anger. They are as stubble before the wind, as the chaff that the storm carried away.
Read.
The Most High layeth up his iniquities for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know. Salak, and he shall know it.
What verse you want?
Verse 19.
Read.
About to get verse 20. Verse 20. His eyes shall see his destruction.
Is what?
His eyes shall see his destruction.
Read.
And he shall of the wrath of the Almighty.
Right, and this nation is going to get what they deserve. Pay for everything they did. Right, and now they're trying to make it hard on our people, trying to destroy our people even more now. Right, brothers got to pay attention to the devices of Satan. Right, and they're going to get that candle blew out.
Come.
Jump to verse 30.
Verse 30. That the wicked is reserved to the destruction.
At the what?
To the day of
Right,
destruction.
the wicked is reserved for the day of destruction. Read that again from the top.
Con. It's the book of Job, chapter 21, verse 30. That wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Who shall declare praise to his face? And who shall repay him what he hath done? Yet shall he be brought.
Y'all got a minute for the Bible? Y'all got a minute for the Bible real quick?
1 minute.
Read that again.
Come, verse 32. Yet brought to the grave.
He shall be what?
Yet he shall be brought to the grave.
Brothers are going to rejoice for that. You
God.
got other people, you got coons wanting to save them, and they see it all on Twitter, and people it's all type of nonsense going on. But the people in this truth, sincerely, are going to rejoice and see them in the grave, right?
Right. Con. And shall remain in the tomb. Of the valley shall be sweet unto him. and every man shall draw at him, as there are innumerable before him.
Right.
How then comfort ye me in vain?
Let's sit on that. Go to Psalm chapter 2.
Chapter 2 and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right, read.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder.
Do the wicked say?
Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Right, it's going to confound all these other nations. They're
Right.
going to be confused. They don't know. They're not going to know what's going on.
Right.
They're going to be so confounded when they spent years and years trying to perfect their technology and it just get wiped in an instant.
Right.
So they're going to be in derision. You say, what happened? How are they, like I said in Wisdom of Solomon, 5th chapter, right? They're going to see the strangers of our salvation, right? Read.
Verse 5. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Read.
Declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee.
Right, and that's the patience of the faith of the saints.
Right.
Waiting to be set that king on top of that hill. Right, read.
Verse 8. Ask of me, I'll give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Right, he said, ask the Lord, and he shall give you the heathen for your inheritance, right?
And the uttermost parts of the earth my possession.
Read.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
So what?
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
Right, trying to save these other nations is bad. You wasting your money. The Lord said they're going to be broken with a rod of iron.
Right.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces.
That's a what?
Thou shalt dash them in
Right,
pieces.
and they're going to be destroyed. This nation's going to pay for what they did. I'm sick of this nation. All
Right.
these proud devils. Right, always got something to say. You got people trying to save them.
Right.
Read.
Like a potter's vessel.
That's it. Go ahead. Bring that up.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 18.
Right.
Bring it out.
The Lord told us how to deal with these other nations.
Con.
Right? He didn't tell us to just go one time and try to give them money and loans and things like that. He told us how to deal with these. Read.
Thou shalt not be afraid of
The
them.
Lord say,
Thou shalt not be afraid of them.
Right, you can't have the damn out here with the damn heebie-jeebies. Read.
But shall remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh and to all of Egypt.
Right, remember what the Most High did to these other nations, how he destroyed them. Right, remember these things, right? Read.
Con. The great temptations which thy eyes saw, and the signs, and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the arm,
Right.
whereby the Lord thy God brought thee out. So shall the Lord thy God do unto all the people of whom thou art
Come
afraid.
listen.
I'm a Benjaminite.
Come
bro.
listen to
I'm
the
a
Bible,
nation, bro. I'm good.
All right, you gotta come talk to your brothers. You say you Benjamin?
Yeah, so he's
Brother, you gotta come listen to the Bible.
Right.
It's the Sabbath, brother.
It's the Sabbath.
Right, just because you crawl out your tribe doesn't mean everything's all holly jolly.
right.
Everybody just want to call up their tribe and laugh and throw up the fist, right? Y'all got a minute for the Bible real quick?
My man and brother.
Real quick. Couple verses, right? Yeah, just because you call out your tribe to say shalom doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Right, brothers gotta keep the command. It's a Sabbath day.
It's the Sabbath day.
Read on.
Con. Verse 20. Moreover, the Lord thy God will send a hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
Be what?
Be destroyed.
One more time.
Be destroyed.
So this nation is going down. This place is done. They over there, they don't know what to do. They're secretly scared.
Huh.
Shaking in their boots.
Right.
Y'all got a minute for the Bible?
What's this Bible?
Y'all got a minute for the Bible?
Let me listen, please.
All praise the Most High. We're coming. Oh, this brother gonna break it down.
Y'all want to take no prayer?
Listen to this.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all got a minute for the words of the Lord? Is it sincere? Y'all sincere words of the Lord? All right, let's go to it. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6:4.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 4. Bring it out. Hear, O Israel.
The Lord say,
Hear, O Israel.
So, hear, O Israel. The number one question is, who is Israel? Because God is speaking to the Israelites. You said what?
Oh, my bad. Keep going.
No, I'm asking. The Lord just said, hear, O Israel. So anything we read is pertaining to the Israelites.
Right.
The number one question is, when you Bible, who are the Israelites? Who are they?
It's not us.
Is it us? What do you say?
I thought we was the guys. No shade, I'm guys. Like, wait, I'm that serious. I'm not black.
So if I were to ask y'all, what's your nationality and race, what would you say?
Black African American.
Black African American. What do you say?
Black African American.
Black African American.
Now, black is a color, and you say African American. There's two different continents. You have North America, and you have. No one's calling themselves an East Indian Chinaman, Chinese Russian. You get what I'm trying to say? We're the only people on the face of this that take two continents, jam them together as our race, which makes no sense. When you understand the Bible, the Lord deals with nationalities and races. All right, let's go to the mighty book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. And give me the book of Psalm, chapter 77, verse 5. We have to come back to our roots. Your roots is very important, man. Can any tree grow fruit and blossom? And you understand that is if it doesn't have roots, man? If you forget your roots, who are you? What fruit bear? Who are you? Or are you just surviving, living, just breathing, just in the wild, man? We have to understand that nobody, unless you have roots, you won't understand who you are. Bring that up.
It's book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Bring it out. Remember the days of old.
What the Lord say?
Remember the days.
We're commanded as a commandment to remember the days of old. I think the days of old is when you were crawling as 2 years old, man. Right? When you found out you could say mama and dada. What do you think the days of old are, man? It's Harriet Tubman.
Right.
It's not talking about slavery, man. The days of old is the gloriousness of our fathers. Once we sat on thrones, when we knew our ancient language. What language do you speak? Please don't say English. Please don't say that, man. If you say English, then who taught you English? Matter of fact, English into you, man. That's the better question to ask. Because why are we speaking English? Are we Englishmen? Do we come from Britain? Are we speaking a language that's not our nationality and heritage? These are the questions we need to be thinking about, man. I know y'all young, y'all having fun, y'all out and about, y'all mind is in this world. Your mind has to come back to the ordinances of the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Read that again.
Just Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Bring it out. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
Consider the years of many generations, not generation. See, we're living in this generation, but you have to consider last generation. 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. What was our fathers doing? Because we wasn't on this side of the earth, man. You think 4,000 years ago we was in America? Swinging from month, what, man? Forever? What do you think our origin and our beginnings are?
Wait, can you say that again?
What do you think our origins and our beginnings are as a people?
That's a good one.
I need somebody brave to step up and answer that, man. Somebody that cares about who they are, man. About in their mind. Who am I on this earth, man?
Right, so let me go.
Because you want to know what's funny? Anybody right now type in Black history in your phone.
Since we're talking about black, can I ask you a question?
You can after I finish. After I finish.
Am I interrupting?
Yeah, brother, you are interrupting. You are interrupting.
I mean,
yeah, you are interrupting.
oh, can you finish what saying? I just had a question for you
That's
guys.
fine. But everything everything's done in season and time, in order, right?
Right.
So what I was saying was, pull out your phones, right? Type in Black History. Where does Black History begin? Go to the Tang Dynasty on your phone. Go into the migration period on your phone. See, we can go into BC times of these nations, right? The Chinese, right? We can go into, right, with the Caucasians. We can go into all these different races.
Like, hold on.
But you can't go far back in our nationality and who we are, man. We're so hidden, so secret that they don't want you to know. Right, bring that out. But before you bring that out, I want them to find that. Brother, you can take a seat because it's going to be a while before you can speak. Right.
The fuck?
So
Wait,
I'm saying,
sorry, I'm sorry for my language.
I know.
I had a question.
So I'm asking, where do you find it at? Where's Black History at? We wait.
They brought us here. Why would we?
I'm reading what Wikipedia said.
I gotta
All right, sis, you can
Even.
You can read it out loud, sister.
What importance?
That's the first thing that's on my phone.
Well, what's the first thing, sister? Go ahead, bring it out.
What Black History say?
I can't hear you, sister. You can read it for everybody, sister.
African American history started forced transportation to Africans to North America in the 16th and 17th century.
Now, can your history start with the forcing of slavery? You think we just came out of the ground and became a nation, right? 500 years ago, 600 years ago, 1,000 years ago. You really get what we're going into? For them that are listening, that care about their nationality, you cannot come out of the ground and become a nation 1,000 years ago. There must be something that's hidden. So from the 1400s, let's go to the migration period. Bring that up.
It's the migration period, 300 to 6D, also known as the barbarian invasion.
So you could go all the way to the Caucasians, right, and go into migration periods when they entered in different lands. Yet there's no history on us going to different lands,
See that?
conquering different nations. Why there's no history upon us, man? Do y'all even care about your history, or do y'all just want to sweep it under and be Negroes, man, and gangsters? Hood stars, dice shooters, man.
Not too much. It was just Black History, my boy. No gangsters. I care about. But who gave us Black History?
What makes you guys believe that God is black?
The Lord. I'm gonna say the Lord, honestly, but I honestly feel like y'all like on spiritual. I honestly feel like we're the gods though. Like speaking like spiritual, I honestly feel like like we're the gods. Like like this universe, that we're on. Like I feel like every time like like we dream of some shit. Like like that's our like future, like that's what's really going on in the real world. I feel like this shit right here is just like a whole little like illusion, like bitch, like like girl, this shit real. When you look up at what the fuck? Oh shit! Hell no!
So, hey, sister, that just read that with the blue hair. Is anybody paying attention? Is anybody paying attention?
Yeah, I am.
All right, then what do we?
I was on the phone. Wait, I answered the question.
So what we bringing out, sister, is we're bringing it with the Israelites, but God's chosen people. We sincerely want to teach y'all, but if y'all too busy to hear the words of God, y'all can keep it moving, because we're not to waste our breath and go into history and go into precepts that can't prove before swine. If y'all really want to listen, y'all will hear the words of God. Hey, brother.
You gotta put the hood on.
No shit. Brother with the hood on.
No shit. Make it quick. It's Friday night. I'm trying to shake some ass. Make it quick, boo. No shit. It's Friday. I work hard all week.
We're not on nobody's time but the Most High.
Right.
Read the book of John, chapter 3.
No shit.
The book of John, chapter 3, verse 8. We're not out here for effeminate people that don't want to hear the words of God, man. We're out here for the sincere elect that care about the Most High. Bring that up.
John 3:8 and it reads, and bloweth where it's listed.
What the Lord say?
The wind bloweth where it listed.
The wind gonna blow this where it listeth, man. Hey, that's of the Most High, man. The Lord will blow somebody into the harbor if they want to, man. So the wind's gonna blow where it listeth, and the wind is gonna blow the elect, man. So we're not out here, right, entertaining folly and madness, man. Read that again.
The wind bloweth where it listed, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh.
Right, and they don't even know whence it cometh from. And understand the evil angels and Satan has sifted them away from the words of God. Brother, the last time we spoke to you weren't sincere. I said the last time we spoke to you weren't sincere.
Yeah.
So if it's a sincere question, brother, we'll deal with you. Well, if not, brother, we're not going to entertain.
Answer my question. I mean,
No, I'm not finished
past.
speaking. If
Yeah,
you're
well, neither am I.
sincere,
So
how you can't speak while another man is speaking? Give me Barak chapter 11, verse 7. This is the same spirit that you was in last time, man.
Giving is earned. I'm gonna give you respect if you're not gonna give it
Well, you
back.
can keep it moving, man.
Right.
You gotta deal with you, man. You can keep it moving, man. You can
God
keep
is
it moving,
God is
man.
not black.
You can keep it moving.
God is
man.
white.
Prove it. Prove it.
Look at history. Go back 300 years. What importance has black people done over the course of 400 years? Tell me what I'm black.
Book of Revelation.
You can see my skin color, and I'm gonna tell you.
Brother, you're a coon.
Right.
Coon.
I'm a coon.
Coon.
You're a coon, man.
One
That
thing.
hates your own people.
One thing.
That doesn't care about the
One
words of
thing.
God,
Right.
man. Give me the book of
One
Revelation,
thing
chapter 1
one
and 13,
thing
man.
important that
Revelation
black
1
people
and
have
Give me the book of
13
Daniel, chapter
reads,
7, verse 9.
and in the midst of the
Exactly.
seven
They
candlesticks,
cannot.
one like unto the Son of Man,
And you're not about to defame our Lord.
I'm
Bring
black.
that out.
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle.
Right, he was a warrior, didn't dress effeminate, like trusted in our enemies. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
We're what?
Were white like wool. Were white like wool.
We're white like wool. Who has woolly hair?
I don't know. Me? Black people? And I understand
Well,
that.
who are we reading the description of?
I'm asking you to
Who
tell
are
me
we reading the description?
one thing
Who are we
important
reading the
that black people
description
have done over the course of
Who are we
400
reading the
years.
description of?
400 years, people haven't
Who
done
are you
anything
reading
of
the
any
description
importance.
of?
You
We're
said
going
what?
into what the world English calls Jesus Christ.
If you don't mind me asking, what book are you reading out of?
His head
That's
and
what,
his,
that's what scoffers do.
Right.
They get confounded and they move on to the next topic
Right.
without addressing the matter at hand.
Right.
Read that. We're going to the police, man. Bring
his
that out.
head and his hairs were white like
We're
wool,
white like wool.
as white as
Oh, read.
and his eyes was a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass,
Like unto fine brass. Read.
as if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a
The
furnace.
Lord was so dark, it looked like he got burned alive in the furnace, man.
And what book are you reading out of? What book is it that you guys
Dan,
are reading out of?
chapter
First John,
7 and verse
Chapter
9.
verse 10.
All beheld till the thrones were cast
Where
down,
all of these different nations destroyed. Read.
and the Ancient of Days did sit.
Like the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the Most High God. Hashem Yahushua. Read.
God, whose garment was white as snow, and his hair of his head like the pure wool.
Read.
And the throne like a fiery flame, and his wheels as a burning fire.
Who has where?
I'm
You
asking
just said
what
out of
book are
your
you
own
reading out
mouth.
of? What
You
book are
just said out of your
what book
own
are you reading
mouth.
out of? What
So
book
that
is that?
confounds your ideology
What
that
book
Jesus
is that that
Christ
you guys
or the
are reading
Most High
out of?
God is a white man,
What-
man.
Right.
Why do you
What
love the
book are
white
you
race so
reading
much?
out of?
Why do you
No,
love the
it's the book
oppressors
that
so
you're
much?
reading out of.
Right, give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 3.
What is the name of the book that you're
Right in
reading
verse
out of?
31. Bring that up.
Okay, no, it's not true. You're
First
reading
John
out of-
5
I
and
don't
10
even
and
know
it
what you're
reads,
reading out of. It's
he
the
that
title.
believeth on the Son of God
He that believeth on the Son of God
has the witness in himself.
Right, you don't believe on the Son of God.
Right.
You don't believe in the witness that was laid
Right.
down of his
What's
skin
the name
complexion,
of the
his
book?
woolly hair,
What's
right,
the
his
name of the
warlike
book?
apparel.
God
Read.
is white. What's the
He
name
that
of the
believeth
book?
not the Most High,
Read it again.
he that believeth not the Most High have made him a liar.
Have what?
Have made him a liar.
You're trying to make the Most High God a liar right now.
Right.
You're trying the things that were written from old for our learning sakes.
Right.
Read.
All you did was
Come.
duck my question.
Because
Important
he
says
believeth
black
not the
people died
record
over the
that the
course of
Most High
400 years.
gave of his Son.
And you don't believe the record that the Most High gave of his Son. Give me the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 18. Right, you're an Antichrist, man.
I'm not Antichrist. I'm a Muslim.
Right.
I'm a Muslim.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Bring it out. Envy thou not thy oppressor.
What the Lord say?
Envy thou not thy oppressor.
Well, he shouldn't want to dress like the so-called
What
white
is
man.
that? I
He a feminine
would
so-called white
want to
man.
dress like a
And
white man
love
because
the
white men
so-called
run this
white man,
country.
man. Look at
God
all
is
this
white.
rape,
White
robbery,
men run this
murder.
country.
That's the
The
so-called
president
white
of this
man.
country is
People,
white.
man. And you
The
think
president
God
of
is
this
white?
country is white. The
You God is
white
white?
people run this
You a
country.
damn fool if you think God
I'm a
is
black
white.
guy and I'll tell you,
All that
white people
robbery
run this
is
country.
done to our
White people
forefathers.
run us, and white people run this country. A white man was our guest 20 years. For the past 20 years, a white guy was governor. We just got a black governor. For all of
Give me the book. Give me the book.
the
of
United
Proverbs,
States has been
62
in the
verse
prison for
10, man.
400
Give me
years.
the book of
We got
Proverbs,
one
62
black
verse
president
10.
over the course of
Give me the book
400
of
years. You
Judges,
tell me that
man.
black people ever
Right, chapter 8,
have
verse
any sort of
18.
importance in this
Bring
country?
that out,
They
man.
don't.
Book of Psalms.
God is not black.
The white government
and
got stolen
not to mention,
right off the
duck
backs of
my
our
question.
forefathers.
What
Bring that up,
importance-
man.
What
Book
importance
of
has
Psalms,
black
chapter
people had over the
62 and
course
verse
of
10.
400 years?
Trust
You
not
can't
in
name it.
oppression.
What the
You
Lord
cannot
say?
name it.
Trust not in
You
oppression.
gonna tell this
You
coon?
can't
Trust
name
not
it.
in oppression.
Trust not in oppression,
You
man.
can't
And you're
name me
trusting in
one
oppression.
thing
You're not
that black
trusting
people
in the
have done
so-called white man.
important
Read.
over the course of
Become
400
not
years.
vain
That's
and
it.
robbery.
And you're vain in robberies.
can't name
You don't
the
even
book
know
that
you're getting
reading
robbed by
out of.
taxes.
That's
You don't
it.
even know you're getting robbed by your nationality.
400 years,
You have
black
no
people have done
idea
nothing of
who
any-
you that
See my
out.
skin color, I'm black.
Judges 8
And I can tell you as a black person, black people have done nothing in importance over
and
the course of
18 in the reads,
400 years.
that said he unto
And also,
Zeba
tell me the
and
book-
Give me the
Zalmunna,
book of 1 Samuel.
what manner
Chapter
of men
12 and verse number 10. Come. Go ahead. Hey, I got you, brother.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who invented the gas mask, the light bulb, and the telephone?
3 things. Yeah, a black man invented those. Now, who pays your bills?
Hold on, brother. Real quick. You said black people have done, everybody heard him, right? They done nothing good in this country for 400
talking
years.
about
Hold on. You said for 400 years.
Significant things.
Hold on, brother.
A gas mask? When's that
Brother,
something
hold on.
seen
You
somewhere
said for
with a gas
400.
mask?
You said for 400 years, right?
Yes, 400 years since we were
hold on.
slaves.
Listen, 400 years.
Yes.
Louis Vladimir invented the light bulb, right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's a black man, right?
Yeah.
Are there light bulbs that govern this society? Did the black man help maintain and build and sustain this society?
No. You see what black people just did? You see the black.
So that's enough.
You see the
Right,
black.
right.
You see what the black people did, and they just.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
you can't tell me the name of the book. Something important that black people did.
You're not sincere.
And God's
bro.
not black.
Wicked. Bro, you're wicked, man. You hate your own people.
I don't hate my own people.
You hate your own people.
I'm black. You can see my skin color. God's not black.
First John.
Well, the Lord just said he was a dark-skinned man. So you calling the Lord a liar, and you're going to be destroyed. Bring that up, man.
First John 3:10, and it reads.
Bring it up.
And this the Most High are manifest.
Right, the children of the Most High are going to easily be manifested, man. They're going to believe in the words of God. They're going to hearken to the words of God, bear witness to the words of God. They're not going to get entrapped by the oppression of the so-called white man. Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 20.
And the children of the devil, whosoever does of not righteousness, is not of the Most High.
Right, you're not of the Most High. Because you don't care about the word. You have denied it to worship the so-called white man. Read.
Neither he.
You damn right.
White man pays my bills. My mom, my parents work with a white individual. White people pay the bills. If it wasn't for white people, I'd be fucking homeless right now. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. White people pay. Who do you got?
Matthew chapter 17 and verse 24. Bring it on. And when they were come to Capernaum,
right, and this is our Lord, man. When they would come to Capernaum,
they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, doeth not your master pay tribute?
Doeth not your master tribute. So in the Bible, even our Lord had to pay tribute, man. We're subject unto bondage and payments to these devils, man. And you love being subject to payment. Read that.
He said, yes. And when he was coming to the house, Yahweh prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of this earth take custom or tribute?
Right, who do the kings of this earth take custom or tribute? Read.
Own children.
Of their what?
Of their own children.
What?
Or of strangers.
Or of strangers. Read.
And Peter said unto him, of strangers.
So according to the Bible, this society looks at you like a stranger. But yeah, you look at this society as your father and your dad. You're gonna serve the so-called white man. When the scriptures speak against that, man. In the mind of the so-called white man, the governors, the taxers, they look at you as a stranger, man. Right! You got your hand out. Give me the book of Luke, man, chapter 16, verse 19. Read that again.
God does not put on the table.
Peter said unto him, of strangers. Yahweh Shah to him, then are the children free?
Then are the what?
Then are the children free?
Then are the children actually free, man? Do you govern your own land? Do you have your currency, your cattle, a cistern? Do you have slaves? Do you have dominion? Do you have any power, man? Other than you bowing down on your hands and knees to the so-called white man for crumbs? Right? Do you have any power? Read.
What power do you have?
Notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go down to the sea and cast a hook and take up that first cometh up, and when thou hast opened his mouth, thou shalt find a piece of.
Right, meaning all the labor you do, you're doing it just to give it right back to the so-called white man, man. He was a fisherman, man. And anything he had brought up right out of the mouth of that word, you have to give it right back, man. And that's the life we live. Right, give me the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Bring that out.
Luke 16 and 19 in the read.
Bring it out.
There was a certain which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
And do you fare sumptuously every day? Are you rich? Do you have any money?
No one here is rich.
No one here is rich.
Right.
Right, read.
You're asking me questions.
And there was a certain beggar.
There was a certain beggar.
And who's this
And
beggar?
you're content with being a beggar.
No facts.
You're content with the lifestyle you live. You
guys
don't
are
understand
acting
our
like you guys
heritage
are
comes
fucking
from
God or
kings.
something. I hate
You don't
the curse.
understand this
Excuse
whole
my
world
language,
is ours.
but you
And
guys are acting
everything
like
you're
you're premium or
in.
something.
Right, give me the book
Who
of
do you guys
Second
work for?
Edges.
You guys
Right,
work for
chapter
white-
6
no, you
and
work
verse
for
number
black
50.
people.
We'll read that.
And there was a certain beggar
There was a certain beggar
which was laid at his gate.
just laid at his gates, asking for government assistance, man, asking for help. He puts food on my table. He's my daddy.
God paid the
Full
bills,
of
and God does
swords,
not
full of
feed me.
swords, man. Full of
believe in
back
God.
whoopings.
But
Full of
sitting here,
distraughtness
if I
in your
sat
mind.
outside, God is black. God is black. That's not putting no money in my pockets. That's not feeding me at the end of the day. This shit does not feed me at the end of the day.
Who made us Lord of all creatures? Of him come we all.
Him come we all. Read.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for sake.
Read it again.
Because thou madest the world for our sake.
Read it again.
For thou madest the world for our sake.
Thou hast made us the world for our sakes. Read.
As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
So the Lord said, according to the Bible, anyone that's not an Israelite is nothing. The white, the Chinese, the Arabians, everybody on this earth that is not chosen, that come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is nothing in the eyes of the Most High.
Right.
Read.
But like unto spittle, it has likened them to the abundance of them upon a drop that falleth from a vessel.
What you gonna say, sister?
I don't think God is white, black.
Oh, praise the Lord.
But it's not like, cause I said, well, I mean, it's not. He not white, cause like he not white.
Right, give me Proverbs 13:13. Right, he's not white. Right. the white man oppressed us. He put us in slavery and bondage. He
it's
took
always
away our
white.
nationality. Go ahead, sister.
I'm still thinking about it.
All right, well, just think about that thought. Bring that up.
Book of Proverbs 13, verse 13. Bring it out. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
So if you despise the words of God, the Lord is going to kill you. Straight up and down. There's man butts, there's no tiptoeing around, there's no peeking in at the door, right? There's no transparency, you can see right through. If you deny and despise the words of God, the Lord is going to destroy you, man. That's plain upon tables. Jump to verse 23.
Verse 23. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but that is destroyed for want of judgment.
Right, read that again slow.
Con. Much food is in the tillage of the poor.
Right, talking about me in my pockets, the white man is. Hey, the Lord rewards a hard worker, man. Hey, Isaac sold the land and got back 100-fold, man. So the Lord deals with hard workers, man. And the Most High blesses the fruit of your hands and your increase. So don't be afraid of working hard, afraid of the condition that we're in, and we have to understand why we're in this condition, man. Because we transgress the laws of God. Give me the
right.
We went off, we sinned, and we're reaping, right, the things that our fathers have done, right, by not keeping the commandments of God as the Israelites.
Right.
Is it Nehemiah 1 and 8?
1 and 8. Give me the book of Baruch, chapter 2, and verse number 20.
Nehemiah 1 and 8 in the reads.
Bring it up.
Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses.
Remember the things that the Most High commanded his servant Moses. Why?
Saying, if you transgress,
meaning sin,
I will scatter you abroad among the nations.
I will scatter you abroad. How did we get scattered? By slavery, man.
Right.
Well, we're all in the Virgin Islands. We're in St. Martin. We're in Barbados. We're all in Jamaica. We're all in these different islands, and we're in New Mexico. We're all the way in North America. The Lord has scattered us like the sand of the sea, man. And he has literally put us on slavery and slave ships to be spread abroad. Now we don't have a language. We don't have a name. We don't know who we are. This society has made coons that trust in no oppressor, man. Right. And trust in that little bit of pebble that he's putting on your hand, man. When you can have a whole table furnished before you, man. Read
right.
But if you turn unto me,
but if you turn unto the Most High
and commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the parts, or the most parts of the heaven, yet will I gather them from, and will bring them into the place that I have chosen to set my name there.
Meaning the Lord is going to take us out of captivity in this land, and he's going to bring us back to where we were from, which is Jerusalem.
Right.
Y'all are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
Chosen, and the Lord loves y'all, man. The message that we're out here to teach is to wake up our people to who they are. Negro, Black, African American are bywords created by our oppressors to whoop it, beat it out of you that you don't know who you are and the power you possess. The Lord is saying, once you keep my commandments, I'm going to bring you back to me and bring you back into... Bring that out, King.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 20. Bring it out. But thou hast sent out thy wrath and indignation.
See, the Lord sent out his wrath. How? By slavery. He has hung us. He has burned us alive. He has stripped us of understanding to be coons. Right, read.
For thou hast sent out thy wrath and indignation upon us, as thou hast spoken by thy servants, the prophets, saying, saith the Lord, bow down your shoulders to serve the king of Babylon.
So now we bow down our shoulders to serve a king. You think we want to serve, right, and go to work and pay taxes? No. Who freely wants to do that, man? Because the Lord had to bow down our shoulders to serve an enemy and an oppressor, man. Right. Anybody willingly wanting to do that is sick in the mind, man.
Right.
Right, read. Look at this.
So
you don't do that, you're going to go to jail for tax evasion. It's illegal.
Unto your fathers. You will not hear the voice of the Lord to serve the king of Babylon. I will cause to seize out of the cities of Judah and from Jerusalem.
Right, so you can't just up and just not work, up and not pay taxes, up and just do your own thing. We're subject to bondage, and we're subject to... We read that in the New Testament. We're reading it in the Old Testament. But you don't trust in oppressors. You bow down to oppression. You understand the estate, and why we're in this because we transgressed the law of God. Right, give me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 21 and verse 10. Jeremiah chapter 21 and verse 10. And Jeremiah chapter 40 and verse 4.
Jeremiah 21 and 10 in the read.
Figure it out.
I have set my face against the city.
See, the Lord set his face against us. Meaning what? The Lord has looked at us for evil. Right, you know?
For evil and not for good. Saith the Lord, it shall be in the hands of the king of Babylon.
See, we're giving it to the hands. See, when you give something in the hand, right, meaning what? It's no longer yours. Our babies, our mothers, our fathers, our children, our lineage was given into the hands of another nation.
You guys know
and
about
that's
Islam.
punishment. We get comfortable in America, man. That don't mean I love calling myself an African American and a Negro and a nigga, and I love Black Power, man. The Most High God set His face. That's why we in this situation. We were given into the hands of our oppressors.
Read. And He shall burn it with fire.
He shall what?
And He shall burn it with fire.
And everything we have is burned, man. What relics do we have? What do we have as a nation of people? We came off them slave ships butt naked, whooped, beaten, and deprived of everything we once had. We couldn't even take our children with us, man.
Right.
We couldn't even take one thing that belonged to us and had to make everything brand new in America, man. Right, read that.
Can you answer the question, please?
It shall be given into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire. Read. And touching the house of the king of Judah, say, hear ye the word of the Most High, O house of David. Thus says the Lord, execute judgment the morning, and deliver him that is spoiled out of the hand of the oppressor.
And deliver him spoiled out of the hand of who?
Of the oppressor.
Of the oppressor. So true judgment is delivering somebody out of the hand of the oppressor, not bowing down before the oppressor and getting comfortable in America.
You guys are bragging about committing felonies across the United States.
And deliver him.
Jeremiah 22:10.
And deliver him that is spoiled out of the hand of the oppressor.
Give me Jeremiah 22:10.
Come. Jeremiah 22:3.
Bring it out.
Weep ye not for the dead.
Right, the Lord in the Bible is saying, don't weep for the dead. Why? Because they're already at peace. They're gone. Don't weep for the dead.
Owner, but weep sore for him that goeth away, for he shall return no more, nor see his native country.
And we've never seen our native country, man. In the Bible, the Lord is saying the true people that's supposed to be crying and mourning on this earth is that can't go back to their homeland.
Right.
And what is your homeland, sister? Do you even know? And we're supposed to be weeping right now. We're not supposed to be drunk in mirth, having dances and partying and forgetting who we are and being coons and going to church service. What the Lord said,
come, but weep sore for him.
Weep sore. I mean, the people always should crying, man. Who are we? Why are we speaking English? Why are we dressing like this?
Right.
But who are we? Where do we come from? What do
Right.
we do? What are our customs?
Right.
Everybody else has a land, a language. They have what? Veterans Day, St. Patrick's Day, President's Day. What are your days, sister? What are our
we
days?
don't need a day.
Who are we?
Why do
we
we
got
need
the
a
new
day?
moon, the Feast of Tabernacles,
Right.
the Passover
Yo,
dream.
right.
We got Purim that's coming on the earth.
Right.
The destruction
Of
of
Nicanor.
Nicanor, man.
Right.
There is a high holy day going into the destruction of the so-called white man.
Right.
We are run by white
7
people.
verse 25.
Our
That's
president is a
actually
white
in the
guy.
Bible. Give me the
White
book of First
people own
Maccabees chapter
us.
1 and verse
And they
50.
yeah, they do.
Wow.
Bring that up, man.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 7.
And white man don't mean nothing.
That's right. Book of First Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 25. Bring it out. On the other side, when Achamus saw that Judas and his company had a hand and knew that he was not able to abid their fear.
So we're talking
their
about our
Salakia.
forefathers. One of our forefathers' names is Judas Maccabeus, man. He was a mighty man of old, going into our heritage of our fathers that destroyed, burned alive the so-called white man. That's actually in the Bible, man. Our history. Give me the book of First Samuel. You can drop that. Wait, you can hold that. But give me First Samuel, right, chapter 18 and verse number 13. You actually had one of our other forefathers named King David. He used to lock the so-called white man and put him in a prison cell, man. And he used to beat him and vex him and chop him to pieces.
Right.
That's actually in the Bible. Bring that up.
First Samuel said 18 and 15. 15.
Bring that back up.
He went again to the king and said all the worst of them he could. Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honorable princes, a man that bare deadly hate.
What did the white man do?
A man that bare hate.
A man that bare deadly hate. I mean, his hate wasn't just, who does he think he is, man? I rob. That's not the type of hate he had. He had the deep down, malicious, wicked, damn detrimental to your soul and to destroy you, put you in slavery, man. Right? He has raped children.
Mm-hmm.
He has his fingers places that should never be.
See
He has
that?
snapped necks, man. He have taken out bones. The wicked torture that he has done upon this earth is unspeakable, man. So you have an enemy, the most you could do is stomp him into a damn seizure, man. And that's wicked as hell. But he'll take it beyond that. He'll take you to a room in the dark, cut your body up in pieces. We're dealing with an enemy that is against us in the Bible. So when you talk about hatred, like this is the true hatred, man.
Right.
This is what he did to us. He burned us alive with fire, man. He has hung our forefathers and our foremothers. So we're not out here teaching anything that is not in the Bible and that didn't happen.
Right.
So anybody that hates that, that's opposed to that, and that doesn't want to do the will of the Most High is going to be destroyed. Right? Read that again.
A man that bear deadly hate unto Israel,
right,
with commandment to destroy the people.
He said, I'm going to destroy all of the people, man. You also had a man, he said, I'm going to make Jerusalem a common burying place for all of the Jews, man. And that's where we live. So imagine a so-called white man. Give me 2 Maccabees 9 and verse 6. Imagine a so-called white man. So Baltimore. It said Baltimore going to be a burying place full of bones and skulls and blood for all of the so-called black people in the city. This is his mind. Right, bring that up.
2 Maccabees chapter 9 and verse number 6. Bring it out. And that most justly, for he that tormented other men's bowels.
He tormented other men's bowels. What does that mean, man? And you know
Wicked,
what that means. Wicked, man. Open you one up, right? Sawing and playing with things he ought not, man. Read.
With many and strange torments.
Strange torments, man. So the strange torments we don't have to go into, right? Because that's explicit. But nevertheless, this is the deadly hate that he bared to our people, to do strange and wicked torments. So any man on this earth that loves that man, and anything that he gets as a crumb that'll fall into your hand of this society is sick in the mind, man. He has Stockholm syndrome, he loves his oppressor, and he's an enemy to the Most High God.
Right.
Because the Most High has enemies according to the Bible.
Right.
Read that.
How big he nothing.
Look at this. And this is who he admires, man. This is who he admires. Right. The Edomite faggots, man.
Right.
Bring that up.
How big he all cease from his bragging, but still.
See, they don't cease from their bragging. I mean, another
Right.
nigger is on crack.
Right.
Another nigger is lost. Right. Another one's got shot down in the street. He don't cease from his bragging because he gets off on your demise.
Right.
He gets off on putting all that weed in the corners, man. He gets off on the destroying of our nation, man.
Right.
The book of Psalms chapter 83. Read.
But still was filled with pride, breathing out in his rage against the Jews.
What does the serpent and the dragon do?
Breathing out fire and rage against the Jews.
Breathing out fire and rage against the Jews. The Jews are us, so-called blacks. We are the Jews according. So he breathes out fire of hatred towards us. And you know when a so-called white man smiles at you, it's something that don't feel right, man. There's something about it that just ain't right, man. He'll shake your head, how you doing? What is it going on today? Everything's good? How's the family doing? You think he would actually care if you came to his door and you knocked and it was 10 o'clock and you actually needed help, man? Hey, James, the 2nd chapter speaks against that, man. That's a hypocrite.
Right.
You're saying, man, be warm and I don't get his brother a coat, man. Right. Be okay. Be well when I don't help this brother get the help, man. So the hypocrisy of the so-called white man is wicked, man. Right, read that.
And commanding to hate the journey, but it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members were much pain.
Right, and the Lord destroyed him. Right, that's what that's going into. 1 Maccabees 1 and 50.
1 Maccabees 1 and 50 in the read.
Bring it out.
That's what we have so.
And whosoever do according to the commandments of the king,
whoever didn't listen to the so-called white man,
he said he should die.
He should what?
He shall die.
And that's in the Bible. If you didn't listen to the so-called white man, that's in slavery. That's all the way in the Greek time. It's all the way in the Roman time. Anywhere you go, if you don't get down and lay down for this beast, right here with you, man. Is that a life you want to live, sister, or do you want to be free? Give me the book of chapter 8, man. You should want to be free, man. You were created to be free. Only by our sins will we brought down into bondage and corruption, man. Right? And only a meek soul will hear the words of God. And that's why the Lord is only dealing with them that are meek, that want to hear the words of God. See, the gospel is preached to you, man. It's preached to the poor. Give me the book, right? You could get that, and you give me that.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 3. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Right, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And the truth is going to free your mind of all of the lies and the things that you were forcibly fed into in this. From the time you were born, sister, to the time you living in now, what education did you enter into? Institutions. So you were never truly told about who you are and your origins, because you were only told about slavery.
Right.
Or you were only told about fun and murder. And the movies and the social media, it raised you. Right, bring that up.
Matthew 11 and 5 in the read.
Bring it out.
The blind receive their sight.
Right, this is who the gospel is taught to. The blind, they receive their sight. meaning those that they are, according to the Bible, are now made manifest. Read.
And the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are risen up,
The dead are risen up.
and the poor have the gospel preached to them.
Right, so that foolish man was talking about money and the white man, and I said the poor have the gospel preached unto them.
Right.
So the Most High is dealing with the poor.
Right.
He's dealing with them that understand about buying and selling and taxes and bondage and corruption. He's understanding about those things. And the money we do gather together is for our people. Give me the book of Baruch, chapter 1 and verse 5. So we made collections in the ancient world. We gave to our people. Right, we were one nation at a point before we got severed and split. Right, bring that up.
Come on. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
And he's offended in the words of the Lord.
Right.
Blessed is he that is not offended in me.
God.
See, anything about the scriptures, if it offends you, it rubs you the wrong way, I don't know about this, I got an objection, I got something to say, well, the Lord is going to destroy you.
Right.
Bring that up.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Whereupon they wept, fasted, and prayed before the Lord.
Why did they wept, fasted, and pray? Because they understood they were going into slavery, in bondage. And they understood the things that were going on. So we wept, meaning we fasted, right? Meaning we didn't eat or drink, and we deprived ourselves from all joy. Read.
They made also a collection of money according to his power, and they sent it to Jerusalem unto Joachim, the high priest, the son of Chalus,
right,
the son of Salem, and to the priests, and to all the people which were found with him at Jerusalem. At the same time, when he received the vessels of the house of the Lord that were carried out of the temple,
meaning all the things we had was carried away. That's why we don't have that nation of people. Right? And it's about this system. Right. All of that's spiritual,
right.
Why you have demons and all type of sorcery going on trying to take away the words of God? Like, give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter and verse number 15. And I'm going to show you something, sister, you probably never heard before. Now, according to the Bible, God has chosen people. Now, who do you think the chosen people are? Give me the book of Psalms, the 85 before. Who do you think is chosen people, our sister? Ain't no wrong answer, that's okay. Bring that up.
Book of Psalms, Salak. You gotta go get it.
Psalms 85 and 4 in the read. Turn us, O Yahweh, of our salvation, and cause thine anger towards us to cease.
Read.
Wilt thou be angry with us forever?
That's the question. Oh, is this our state right here? Just to be low, to be slaves, to be poor? Or is you going to be angry with us forever? Read.
Wilt thou draw out thy anger to all generations? Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people rejoice in thee?
Read.
Show us thy mercy, O Yahweh, and grant us thy salvation. I will hear what the most high the Lord will speak, for he will speak peace unto his people, unto his saints.
He will speak peace unto his people. Right, meaning he'll give you an opportunity to return. Right, he'll give you an opportunity for mercy. But once you get this truth, sister, there's something you cannot do. Read.
Come on, but let them not turn again to folly.
But let what?
But let them not turn again to folly.
Meaning when the Most High gives you mercy, don't turn back again. Don't turn back again to folly. See, a lot of people, they get the truth that the Lord is giving right now. They understand it. Okay, well, who are God's chosen people? What's going on? When they truly get it and they go through his mercy, don't turn back again to that old system.
Right.
Back again to your old ways. You should want to change. No, we're still changing every single day. We're all trying to come into the image of our Lord.
Right.
Whose real name is Yahweh Shah. So when we're going into this and we're teaching you these laws, don't turn back again to the old way. Do you, sister? All praise to the Most High. Right? Right? You don't have any boyfriend like that in the world. That's good. All praise to the Most High. Right? Do you eat shellfish? Okay, well, all praise to the Most High. That's a law in the you can't eat shellfish. Shrimp, crab, lobsters, abominations, crocodiles, squids, shark. Right? What the world would call exotic meats, man. You can't eat those according to the Bible. Right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15 in the reads. But it shall come to pass, thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Lord's big on listening. Give me the book of Hosea, chapter 14 and verse 3. If you don't listen to the words of God and to all of the commandments, read,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
The Lord said curses will come upon the children of Israel for not listening to the words of God. Right. So curses are something against you. It's not for you, it's against you. So you're wondering why you got inflammation, wondering why your back always hurting, you're wondering why we got diabetes and different things that only target the so-called African Americans. We're always poor. We don't never have anything of this society that belongs to us. You're wondering why these things are a sign. Right? Give me verse 36 and bring that up. Oh, so I can bring that up.
Con, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 14, verse 3. Asher shall not save us.
13 and 3.
Con, it's the book of Hosea, chapter 13 and verse 3. Therefore they shall be as the morning cloud, and as the early dew that passeth away, as the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and as the smoke out of the chimney. Yet I am the Lord thy God from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me. For there is no Savior besides me. I did know thee in this.
I did know thee in the wilderness. Read.
And, Salaki, in the land of great drought, according to the pasture, so were they filled. They were filled, and their hearts was exalted.
What the Most High brought us out of Egypt, he took care of us, and our hearts got exalted. I mean, imagine catching a lottery tomorrow. You got everything you want. You bought a new car, you bought a new house, or you took care of all your bills, and you living good, you might start to forget the Most High. See, our people, they got filled when they came out of Egypt. The Lord delivered them, gave them everything they needed, but then their heart started to want other things and lust. Right, read?
Therefore have they forgotten me.
They have forgotten God. Give me the book of Psalms chapter 44 and 17. So your main thing, sisters, you can't forget your creator. Your creator, his real name is Yahweh. Can you say that? Yahweh. That's the ancient Hebrew. Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shah. Can you say that, sister? Yahweh Shah. Perfect.
Con.
Right, bring that.
Book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 17, right? All this is come upon us, yet have we not forgotten thee.
Right, meaning we forgot the Lord at one point, but even though we can, we go through things, and no matter how many slaveries we go through, we can't forget who we serve. What's the Lord's name again? Yahweh. You could quickly forget the Lord. That's on a carnal level of his name, but much more spiritually with your actions. When you go back in the world and start doing things you ought not to be doing, people. Yes, Sister Gordon.
I recently gave my life, and
I can't hear you.
I said I recently gave my life to Christ and everything. Grew up in the church and whatnot. Started reading my Bible. I'm on 2 Samuel. I'm all for serving the Lord. I am. What else am I doing? The world is a lie. That I'm just angry at the fact that I still gotta live. And I know I shouldn't say it like that, but it's just the world and whatnot. In the world and whatnot, it's just like, and I guess I'm in my waiting season too. And it's just, I don't know. And I'm filled with a lot of anger.
Now, that's good that your mind is toward the Lord, giving yourself to him. So all praise to the Most High for that. But one thing we have to keep in mind, you can give me Acts 18. You can start at 21. Right, one thing we got to remember is when we come to the Lord, we understand who we serve, right? And that's what we're but that's also being taught. Bring it up.
Acts 18 and 21 in the reads.
No.
But bid them farewell.
Start at 24.
24. And a certain Jew named Apollos, born at Alexandria, an eloquent man.
Right, meaning a man from Alexandria, he was eloquent. He knew the knowledge of the Most High. He could speak well. Right, read.
And mighty in the scriptures.
Right, he was mighty in the scriptures. Meaning he knew all of the accounts. Read.
Came to Ephesus. This man was in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in the spirit, he spake and taught diligently.
Right, meaning this man was a teacher too. He was eloquent, he was mighty in the scriptures, and he was a teacher. Read.
Taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the background.
But he only knew certain things. So you may perfect yourself, and let's say the book of 2 Samuel. But there's a whole lot of other part to the Bible you may not know about. You ever heard of the Apocrypha? This is one of the 14 books that came out of the Bible.
Right.
In 1611. When you actually go into history. So these are things we have to know that we have to dive into to learn more, right? So that's good you on a path, but this path is an ever-ending path. We're all still on this path.
Right.
We're all still trying to increase more and more to the knowledge of the Most High.
Come. And he began to speak boldly in the synagogue, who when Aquila and Priscilla have heard him unto them,
right, they took him unto him
and expounded unto him the way of the Most High, perfect.
Right, they expounded, meaning they broke it down the way of God more perfect. So you may understand this and understand this, but there's something else you may not understand. That's why there's in a congregation to help teach you and teachers to dive into those things. So giving it to Christ, did you go to a church? What church did you go to?
That's the way in me.
I can't hear you.
That's the way in me on 300.
Okay, give me 2 Samuel 7 and 4. Right? Okay. Now, in the Bible, did God say to go to church?
No.
Okay, so what's your reasoning for going to church, if I were to ask? Give me the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 3.
I just stuck with what I knew growing up.
Say it again?
I just stuck with what I knew growing up. My mother took us to church, so.
Well, in church, there's a lot of hypocrisy. There are a lot of false apostles. The pastor, you never speaking the truth. And one thing about church, you can never ask questions. You have to sit there like a fool and listen to whatever they spew out. You try to talk to them, I guess after church service, it's 1,000 mamas and grandmothers trying to talk, get hugs. By the time you get to the pastor, he said, we're going to touch on it next week, man. Or I'm going to do a class on it, or, that's too deep for you. He's going to spin you around and never teach you the words of God, man. See, up here, we're up to go back and forth, break down the words of God. Any questions you have, right? Because that's what, real men of the Lord are supposed to be doing.
Right.
Bring that up.
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 4. Bring it out. And it came to pass that night that the word of the Lord came unto Nathan, saying, go and tell my servant David, thus saith the Lord.
Right, meaning prophet is coming to David. Now let's see what the prophet is saying.
Read, shalt thou build a house for me to dwell in?
Right, should you build a Lord a house for him to dwell in?
Whereas,
does that even make sense?
Whereas,
makes sense. We're gonna build the Lord a house. Sticking in and we're gonna jam the Lord in his house. You can't build the Lord a house. Right. You know the true house the Lord dwells in, sister? Say it again. Say it again. He dwells in you. So you don't have to physically go anywhere to talk to the Most High. Right? Close your closet, like it said in the scriptures, and you pray. You're sincere. You have your head covered. Right? You're virtuous. You're asking for forgiveness. These are all attributes that the Most High requires. So, you don't have to physically go somewhere, man. I always thought, if it's a traffic jam, how can you get to the Most High?
See that?
What if the pastor closed church early, man? So nothing should dictate you serving the Lord. Man should dictate whether you serve the Lord. I can't, this brother doors on me, man. Or I now have an opportunity because of XYZ, the damn light went out in the church. Now we got to postpone service. Nothing should be able to stop the will of the Lord or you getting to the Lord. So he's asking you, should you build me a house for me to dwell in? Read on, King.
Verse 6, whereas I have not dwelt in any house.
I have not dwelled in any house.
Since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt.
Right, meaning the Lord isn't dwelling in any house, man. Right, you. So, it's good you want to go to commune and talk and, shit like they say in the world with like-minded people of yourself. But 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, those people don't know who they are.
Right.
Those people are deprived heritage. And the Bible is only for the Israelites.
Right.
It's not for the world. It's not a Catholic universal mentality of accepting everybody. Right? Chinese, Arabians, right, wicked, they can't all just come and it be a house of wickedness. See, the Lord, when you actually go into it, we're going to dive into it, he didn't come to save all people. Did you know that, sister? Where is creation? But the Lord, give me the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 15. That's a very good question. We are all his creation. Now, I'm pretty sure you got a favorite pair of shoes, right? You don't? Okay. But then you have shoes you may, walk in the grass in, shoes you may not walk in the grass in.
Right.
So, even have favorite food. You have favorite food? What's your favorite food? Burgers. Now, do you care about, sandwiches the way you do about burgers? Meaning you have a favorite. God has a favorite in the Bible. Right? Bring that out, King.
Con, this is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 15. Bring it out. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So he's telling Moses, I'm going to have mercy on whom I want to have mercy. The Lord can have more mercy on you than he does me. This brother can have 10 times more than me. All these brothers. The Lord may hold me right here and hold y'all right here. Vice versa, we don't know.
Right.
So the Lord has mercy on whom he have mercy. Read.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Read.
So then, it is not of him that willeth.
Meaning what? It's not his own will that he wants. Dance or do jumping jacks or read 1,000 chapters. Nothing I can do to accept it of the Lord, because at the end of the day, he will have mercy on whom he want to have mercy.
Right.
See, Manasseh was a king in the Bible. He did sorcery and wickedness, but the Most High forgave him.
Right.
Other people could do sorcery and wickedness and be destroyed.
Right.
Read.
God. Nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
Read.
For the to Pharaoh, even for this same purpose.
See, Pharaoh was an African, right? An Egyptian. Even for the same cause,
have I raised thee up.
Meaning the Lord raised up Pharaoh over all of the land of Egypt,
that I might show my power.
What does that mean? That he may get a name declared throughout the earth. That he may destroy Pharaoh and all of the Egyptians, right? Going across that Red Sea, that he may what? That he may get a name and proclaim who he is upon the earth. So the Lord isn't just saving everybody. Where's the mercy with Pharaoh? Where's the mercy with all the inhabitants of the old world? And the Lord only saved Noah and 8 souls, man.
Right.
You really have to think how, I'm trying to use my words wisely, how vulgar the scriptures can get, how bloody the scriptures can get, man. The Lord killed everybody on earth.
Right.
And killed animals.
Right.
In a flood, man. You know how vulgar a flood can get? You know how it is to drown? Imagine all of Baltimore right there in that harbor, drowning alive and screaming. You know what they were screaming? God help me. Please save me. I apologize. And they probably were crying. They were swimming on top of one another, trying to hold each other, somebody else drowning. You really got to get down to the mentality of how the Lord gets, man. The Lord isn't with saving everybody. Right? Give me the book of Jeremiah 14 and verse number 3. And we're going to show you that and prove that. Right? Now, that may be a common con, except for the world, that God loves everybody. He's come to change everybody. But God does evil according to the Bible. God has evil angels according to the Bible. Did you know that, sister? To the Most High. Bring that up.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 10. Bring it up. Thus said the Lord unto this people, thus have they loved to wander.
They love to wander for words. Read.
They have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord doeth not accept them.
The Lord doeth not accept them. See, I thought the Lord accepted everybody.
See that?
I thought the Lord was like this all day. Come home, my. Like that's not according to the Bible. Meaning the Lord can accept this brother, but he may not accept that down there. It's all the will of the Lord. So when it's all boiled down, it's going to predestination, prayer, repentance, faith, mercy, justice, right? All of these things are the common things that we have to dive into to be accepted when we come before the Lord. He said, look, he would not accept them. Read.
He will now remember their iniquity.
Right, meaning what? The Lord can remember all your iniquities and the things that you've done 2 years, 3 years ago, last week. Read.
And visit their sins. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people.
Read it again.
Pray not for this people.
The Lord is telling them, hey, Jeremiah, you better not pray for these people, man. What if the Lord came to you in a dream and said, pray not for your mother. Pray not for your father. Pray not for your husband, because I'm going to destroy you. That's the mind of the Lord. So he look, man, don't come with me with no prayer. But I thought the Lord just pray all prayers all day. See, the Lord paints Jesus Christ and God right out to be this. Like that foolish man that was praising the so-called white man that just left. He's going to be destroyed if he doesn't repent. The Lord gives him mercy to repent, and most high willing he does. But if he doesn't, the Lord is going to destroy him. So this is the common ideology of the world in Jesus Christ and accepting everything. But the Lord is against that. Read that last part again, King.
Con, verse 11.
So that's why the Lord said to fear him. That's when you really understand that the Lord bug you out. He can sift you out. He can have you thinking any lewd thought and give you over to mischief. These are the things we know. Bring that up.
Verse 11. Then said the Lord, pray not for this people, for their good.
For their good. Give me first, matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 15 and verse number 1. Give me Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 4. Right, pray not for this people for good. Read.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter from the top. Pick it out. This said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me.
Right, meaning what? What did Moses do? He stood before the people in the book of Exodus, chapter 32, man. He stood before them, that the Lord destroyed them not. Samuel stood before the people and helped and did everything he was supposed to do, and he was blameless. Right, that's first Samuel, the 12th chapter. Even though Moses and Samuel, which are like mediators, right? Moses was like a mediator, and so was Samuel. You understand? He was a prophet for the Lord. Read.
Yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight.
Read it again.
Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass.
You can rush right there. Bring that up.
Jeremiah 1 and 4, and it reads, take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders, and they would deceive every one of his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to lies.
Now, why would the Lord accept any man like this that's not repentant? At some point, he has to destroy it.
Right.
So when you understand the wicked mind and the rebellion of our people, you want the will of the Most High to be done. See, fire has to hit this earth. A lot of people have to be destroyed. The Lord is only saving 1/3 of his people, and 2/3 are going to have to be burned with nuclear fire. That's why when we come to the Lord, we have to come as humble and as lowly as we possibly can before we get destroyed. Give me Baruch chapter 1 and verse number 17. Right? So, and give me the class in the book of Deuteronomy.
Bring it up.
Right? Yeah, bring it up.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 1 and verse 17. For we have sinned before the Lord.
We have sinned before the Lord.
And disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto his voice of the Lord our God. Read. So commandments that he gave us openly, since the day that the Lord brought us, like it brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt. Until this present day, we have been disobedient.
To this very day, we have been disobedient. Baruch 1 and 19. We have been disobedient from the time we came out of Egypt to this very day. At some point, mercy runs out. At some point, like the Lord said in Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything in the season. So this is the time for you, sister, to get right.
Right.
Come Lord and actually repent and understand that you're an Hebrew Israelite. You're God's chosen people.
Right.
That's not some type of clique, club, or religion. That's a God-given nationality and heritage. Give me the book of Baruch 1 and 19.
Khan. Book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 19. Bring it out. Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt.
From that day again,
until this present day.
To this present day,
we have disobedient.
We have what?
We have been disobedient.
We have been disobedient. We've been weed smokers, idolaters, murderers, right? So our people are wicked, man. When you come on, do you think you're going to see something nice of our people or some type of niggatry? Pure niggatry, right? You're going to see Megan Thee Stallion, right? You're going to see, you said what?
She's going to be twerking.
Unspeakable things. You got Carly B, Glorilla, Sexy Red. You got all of these people that are literally faces for our nation. And look how they're carrying us, man. And our people are just feeding into it. So, I mean, in the last days, sister, a lot of people are going to be destroyed. So really to like dive into your question, you know, the Lord isn't accepting everybody. Right? Give me the book of Micah, right? Chapter 6 and verse number 5. Let's see how we get accepted in the eyes. Give me the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 14. Bring it up. And sister, again, we don't want you to continue to go to that church because they're not teaching you the truth. We're just going to tell you plain out teaching you the truth. Right? They're giving you a lot of feel good. They're giving you a lot of clapping, a lot of dancing, a lot of harmony. And that feels good to the soul, but it doesn't feel good to the spirit. Feel good to your mind to feel like you have hope. But what does your spirit actually need? Your spirit needs the truth, man. Right? It's good to cry. It's good to understand I've been lied to. It's not good to just have hope in something and dwell in a lie all your life. It's time to wake up. Bring that up.
It's book of Micah, chapter 6 and verse 5. Bring it up. Oh, my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from smitten unto Gogol, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord. Read. Wherewith shall I come before the Lord?
Right, how am I going to come before the Lord? What shall I do to come before the Lord?
And bow myself before the high God. Shall I come before him with burnt offerings?
Right, is that what the Lord is requiring? Burnt offerings? You think the Lord is going to be a calf right now? That's the only way you can get to him? No. Right, read on.
With calves of a year old, will the Lord be pleased with thousands or with 10,000s of rivers
Right,
of
meaning
oil?
the Lord is not impressed with your multiple sacrifices. Right, read on.
Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body, for the sin of my soul? O thee.
Right, meaning what? Something unspeakable that, you know, even the mightiest can do is give their own firstborn. Is that what you require, Lord? To break me down in the youth and the strength of my loins and the pride and joy of a man? Right, is that what you're going to require? Read.
O man, what is good, and doeth the Lord require of thee?
Right, what doeth the Lord require of you?
But to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with.
That's what the Lord requires. Mercy, to walk humbly, to understand who you are as an Israelite. Right, if you don't know who you are, sister, in the day of judgment, give me Matthew chapter 25, right? The Lord at 31. The Lord is going to divide the sheep from the goat. And if you don't know what side you're on, that's not talking about them that do good and them that do bad. The sheep are the Israelites.
Right.
The goats are the nations.
Right.
Bring that up.
Con, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 31. Bring it out. When the Son of Man shall come, glory, and all the holy angels with him.
Like the Son of Man is a title, what they call Jesus, whose real name in the Hebrew, because Yahweh Shai wasn't Hebrew. He was an Israelite. Right? Is Yahweh Shai. Read on.
And all his holy angels.
All of the holy angels. Right? When hundreds of thousands and millions of angels coming in. Read.
Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations.
All nations are going to be gathered. So we not. Why is the Lord gathering all nations of people? I thought it was just the good ones and the bad ones. Like them that came to church one time and put the little coin and all of the money in the collection plate. Why is the Lord gathering all nations? Why is he gathering the Syrians, man? Why is he gathering the white race? Why is he gathering the Africans? What need would he to gather all people? Read.
And he shall separate them.
No, that's separatism.
And he shall separate them.
That's in the New Testament. God shall gather all, and he shall separate them. No, that's not my people. That's not my people.
Right.
He hell ain't my people. Where the Israelites at?
Right.
The Lord gonna put a microscope out of all the places we were scattered. That's why it says he's for people. He's gonna look in Africa. He's gonna look in London. He's gonna look in Brazil. He's gonna look at the four corners where his people were scattered and look upon all the nations and sift them as corn. Like it says in the book of Amos. Right, read.
Con. And he shall separate them one from another.
One from another.
As a sheep divided his, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats.
Check that out, huh? As the shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. Do you want to be a sheep, sister, and understand that or do you just not care and fall upon the multitude? Because whether you want to or not, the Lord's going to search you regardless in the end of days.
Right.
So it's better now to know you and find out in the day of judgment and be destroyed. Who are the sheep, sister?
The Israelites.
The Israelites.
Right.
So who must we be according to the Bible? Who is God's chosen people? Who are we? We're the Israelites.
Right.
And the Israelites, they keep God's commandments.
Right.
And you have to know God's commandments. Are you keeping God's commandments, sister? You can be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in keeping God's commandments, in the book of John, chapter 7 and verse 49. In keeping God's commandments, we have to strive to keep all of God's commandments. You know, not just, 3 of them or 10 of them or 5 of them or 6 of them. Bring that up.
Book of St. John, chapter 7, verse 49.
See, a lot of people like to say, well, the Hebrew Israelites, y'all only go into the Old Testament. That's all y'all read is the Old Testament. We read all of the Bible.
Right.
The Old and the New Testament. Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse number 45. Bring that up.
Book of St. John, chapter 7, verse 49. Look it out. But this people who know the law.
This people that knoweth not the law.
Are cursed.
What?
Others.
So the Lord said from the Old Testament to the New Testament, if you don't know the law, what do you want into the Bible? You're cursed.
Right.
Meaning the same curse that rests upon when you read the book of Malachi, right? The 2nd chapter, right? When you read the book of when you read all of the books of the Bible, there's a curse repetitively talked about. Nehemiah, the 1st chapter, right? The book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. There's a curse repetitively spoken about in the book of John. Right. That curse is still to this very day. It will only be lifted as we're redeemed out of the land of our captivity. And we don't want you to be cursed, sister. Right? We want you to be redeemed. Now, what makes us cursed is by not keeping God's laws. So if you say, you know, I think I'm keeping the commandments, you say yes, but we could look at you, right? And we could, you may not be keeping, right? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and 5, and bring that what I call Matthew 13 and 45. You can start at 44.
Matthew and 44 and read.
Look it up.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field.
Right, treasure hid in the field. Why is the kingdom that's supposed to be everybody hid in the field? I thought it was supposed to be upon a high podium where everybody can come to and get saved. Why is it hid? What do you think, sister? It's for its chosen people, exactly. It's not for the Arabs. It's not for the so-called white man. It's not for the wicked people of our nation. Like bug out and that coon just earlier. See, it was hid from his eyes. It was revealed to you. Out of all of the multitude, you're the only one that stayed.
Right.
You're the only one that dug through the field spiritually and can find this treasure that we're diving into right now.
Right.
So when a man had found,
or a woman,
he hideth.
Now, what does it mean he hideth? Does that mean he stole the kingdom of heaven? He stole the Bible out of and over? What does that mean?
He hid it away from
all the other people. Yeah, but he hid it in his heart. He put it down within him. When you hide something, right, it's nobody can see.
Right.
He put it deep down within his soul and his mind. Right, read.
And for joy thereof, and selleth all that he had.
Now, what do you think that means? He sold everything he had to obtain treasure. Was that literal? He had a garage sale? Now, what do you think he sold all that he had?
He took away everything that he had to people gain the knowledge and understanding of the kingdom.
Now, what's everything he had? What do you think? You just named it. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. Let's clap it up for the mighty sisters. Y'all parables tonight. Right? Family, right? The wicked of his family. He took away his old friends. Hey, where the hell you at, man? Why you pull up, man? All of the old sisters. Why you not coming to the drink? Why you not coming to the bar anymore? Who have you becoming? You have to sell everything you have. What does that leave you with? Nothing. And the Most High is going to deal with you. That's where faith comes in, man. To cast away everything that you used to have and you used to know for seemingly nothing immediately. See, the Lord ain't going to just rain down a whole special of friends that same night. Everybody, now random numbers start calling you. Shalom, sis. I heard you came into the truth. Father Gabriel. That's not going to happen like that. See, you're going to have nothing. Then the Most High is going to start feeding you and building you up. Look at all these brothers, man. All these brothers cast away their old selves, their old lives, right? That they may obtain a brotherhood, a congregation, the truth. So you cast things away, read,
and buy that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls.
Right, meaning this is somebody that deals in the sea. Meaning he's going from port to port seeking goodly pearls. Meaning a man is out here seeking for the truth. He's all out, like you said, church. He's all out in religion. He's all out in Islam. He's going to all these different ports to trade and buy and sell to obtain things, right, that he feels like he needs. Read.
Who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold that he had.
He sold everything he had. He got rid of that old man. You said you gave yourself this, right? That's good. But like I said, we want to perfect the things you may not know. Right? Read.
And bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is that was cast into the sea.
Meaning the net got cast into the sea and brought what? All of these different fish. Read.
And gathered of every kind, which when it was full.
Now hold on. See, the Lord said, many are called, but what? Few are chosen. Cast the net, and we cast the net through the Spirit, man. And we gathered in all of the fish. We got offers, right? We had the sodomites, right? We had the demons, right? We cast this big net, and we dragged them all in. Read.
When it was full, they drew to the ship and sat down and gathered the good into the vessel.
And gathered the good into the vessel. Meaning, when you sat down, that's a parable through the Spirit of the angel searching you out. They're going to seek you and say, well, this man, okay, that man, like the same parable to Matthew, the 13th chapter, about the tares and the wheat. So the Lord's going to gather the good and the bad and the bad. Read.
But casteth the bad away.
And casteth the bad away. And the good, they keep the commandments. Now, if we go over 7 commandments, are you going to be able to keep them, sister? Will you keep them?
You know, yes. I'm going to say I don't do nothing.
Okay. Well, everything isn't necessarily about...
Not like do anything. I mean, like... Oh, yes, I can keep them. I'm just saying, will I remember them? Yeah.
Well, if you want to record, if you want to take notes, a brother can write it down for you. It's, you know, we can most definitely give you the channel so most our liberties. Let's go to the mighty book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, and verse.
1 Timothy 2 and 9, and it reads,
Bring it up.
in like manner also, that woman.
Now hold on, women. Women is in the Bible. It's not just about, we have a lot of mighty sisters that are in the scriptures. You have Judah, Martha, Mary, Esther. Right? You know any other sisters that are in the Bible? Sarah, Becca.
The one that judged the Israelites.
Deborah.
That
Right?
was
A lot of mighty sisters out in the Bible.
Right.
Right? So, when you go inside of this book, you have to open it up and you have to see yourself. That sister look just like me.
Right.
Dark skin, woolly hair. All praise to the Most High. These were Israelites in the Bible.
Right.
They look just
Right.
like you.
Right.
They weren't the so-called white woman. Right, read that.
Oh. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Modest. Now, what do you think modest apparel is? Give me Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Let's find out.
That's the book of Deuteronomy.
And you're not dressed unmodest, but there's a perfected way for a woman to dress according to the Bible. Bring that up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So there's certain clothes that pertain to a man, right? When you have on a warlike apparel that pertains to a man, right? Jeans, right? And different men's attire that they wear that pertains to a man. When you go to a bathroom, right? You see the woman with the dress, you see the man with the pants on, right? Which one do you go to? The woman with the dress, right? In the ancient, right? Even from, the 40s on out, sisters used to always wear dresses, man.
Right.
They coming to the 50s, and all of this woman resolution and this power and all of these things, women started wanting to have equal rights, equal pay. And all of these things started to march into America where women started to wear pants. Don't you know 100 years ago, women never wore? You can actually look that up in history, sister. They did. But we have to know we're wearing pants. While we're dressing the way we're dressing, our foremothers, they wore dresses according to the Bible.
Right.
Read them.
God. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
See, a man can't put on a woman's garment. So if a brother had on a dress, you would be like, well, he's out of order. He's transgressing the laws. The same way when a sister moves with that same, Aaliyah spirit, she got the baggy jean thing and all the big sweatpants, she got the jeans on, that's unpleasing in the eyes of the Lord.
Right.
The Lord liked the woman to be what? To be modest and clothed and dressed. So let's go back to it.
Come. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, who are
Shamefacedness, right? You know what that means? Meaning you have to look like you're ashamed, right? Not necessarily sad, but if you're ashamed of something and somebody caught you, how you gonna act? Right? Meaning you shouldn't be like, Rodney, what are you doing over there? Right? Then Philip get jealous, man. He was just 5 minutes ago. And then Donnie, he looking told. Right? You can't have all of these men and all of these spirits, man. The Lord said you should have shames. Meaning if it's a room full of people, you said what?
I think that's why I'm so quiet.
All praise. That's good. Huh? Now we gotta put a little microphone on your damn shoulder to hear what you're saying. Right? You get the switch on and put it in our ears. It said for a woman to be shamefaced, right. From point A to point B. Right? Read.
and sweaty, not with braided hair or gold or
right,
pearls.
Your outward appearance shouldn't dictate who you are spiritually, internally. A lot of people, they let that spirit catch hold of them, of long braids, all these hula hoop earrings, right? All of these damn booty shorts and the things that they wear, they start to get to their head. Now they being more outgoing, they speaking more, they feeling themselves. Are you supposed to be quiet and meek, and lowly? The Lord loves that, right? Read on.
Gone. Or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works.
Work sister should have.
Having a serving heart, being kind to other people.
All people or the Israelite people?
Israelite people.
Are you just say that, or do you believe that? Because we can go inside of some scriptures and show you that. Let's go inside of some scriptures and show you that. Let's go to Mark chapter 7 verse 25. Let's go to Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. Right? We're going to show you how our Lord Pacific, how he with the nations, or how he moved. Bring it up.
I got Matthew. Oh, you got Matthew? Yeah. Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. Look it out. But he answered and said,
Start at 21.
Khan. Then Yahweh Shah went
Right, meaning what the world called Jesus Christ, he's on the move, right? Read.
and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon.
Right, he came into the coast of Tyre and read.
And behold, a woman of Canaan.
Now, a woman of Canaan. Right, you know who the Canaanites are, sister? You said what? Okay. Well, the Canaanites are Africans, right? So he came into the coast of Sidon and he seen a woman of Canaan, right? Read.
A woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord.
Now, how do you know that the Canaanites are the Africans? You know, they're going back to a nation that's against Israel. Let's go to the class in the book of Deuteronomy real fast, 7 and verse 1. Now, the Lord doesn't change according to the Bible. So any nation the Lord told us to be divided with, we can never join ourselves with. Right, read them.
Come. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 1 in the reads.
No.
When the Lord thy God shall bring thee and whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee.
Cast out many nations before thee.
The Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. So God casted away those nations. Read.
And the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Nations greater and mightier than thou.
Right, greater meaning in number. And mightier in power, right, with their armies than we were. So we were a multitude growing. Right, read.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
So they are our enemies, according to the Bible. From Deuteronomy all the way till we get to Matthew. Let's read that again in Matthew.
And behold, a woman of Canaan.
Does that make sense, sister? Are the Canaanites our enemies, according to the Bible? If it's anything you don't agree with or don't understand, say objection. Why? Can I say, you want to make it extremely clear to you?
Right.
Right, read on.
And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him.
She's crying unto the Lord,
saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David.
Now, according to Christianity, he would love her, give her a hug, and tell her how everything's going to be all right. But that's where it got down when the people of the other nations come before him. Read.
My daughter is vexed with a devil, but he answered her not a word.
Read it again.
But he answered her not a word.
Why isn't Jesus Christ answering people, ignoring them, keeping them moving and walking like nothing ever happened? Read. He answered her not a word.
And his disciples came.
Now the disciples are 12. They supposed to be walking in his image. Let's see what they did.
And his disciples came and besought him, saying, away.
Send her away. And get her away from us. What's this African woman doing, man? Imagine an African with all of them rings on her neck, right? Them big things, and they walking around, and they trying to follow you around, man. You gonna let her to your house? What they claw at the back door? With all them stripes on their feet? What you gonna do, sister? What did the Lord do? He didn't answer her word.
Right. For she cried after us, but he answered and said, I am not sent.
I am not sent.
But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Meaning I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Meaning he will only manifest on earth to be given to the house of Israel.
Right.
Why would Israel? Give me the book of Matthew chapter 4 and verse 24. His fame went all the way to Syria. Why did he go to Syria? Why did he go to these different parts of the earth? Why was his ministry for 3 years only in Jerusalem? You don't think he farther than what he did from Galilee or to Samaria all the way down to Judea? Why didn't he do that? Because he was only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Give me the book of Matthew 8 and 11. Bring that up.
Book of St. Matthew chapter 4, verse 24. His fame went throughout all Syria.
His fame went all the way throughout the uttermost parts of the earth, through all the way to Syria. Read.
And they brought unto him all sick people.
And everybody came to Jerusalem. Not that he came to all people, because his people was in Jerusalem. That's why he only healed his people. Right? Give me the book of Mark chapter 7, verse 25.
Mark 7 and 25 in the reads. For a certain woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Servitude by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled.
Meaning what? It was a woman colonized, right? When you actually going into the history, this is that same account. Our people are called, Africans were called Greeks, and we were called Greeks at a certain point. Just like the white man is called in America, so was the Chinese, if you understand what I'm saying. right? When you actually going into it, he said, look, let the children first be fed.
For it is not meat to take the children's bread.
The children are the Israelites, the children of Israel. It is not meat to take the children's bread
and to cast it unto dogs.
So why did he say, I'm not going to feed her? I got to feed my children.
Right.
The children are the children of Israel.
Right.
I'm not bread and give it to dogs. Jesus Christ in the Bible, with the world, Jesus Christ called a woman of another nation a dog. Right. And that's looked over. See, people aren't reading the Bible for what it is. They're like a baby. And all of the peas and the carrots, and they just want the sweet stuff, man, the pineapple juice. Right. People not reading the book for what it is, man. Right. When you read this book, there's nothing inside this book that's going to contradict anything that we teach, man. Right. Everything in this book, we're God-given truth. And all the church does, and they pick little pieces of John, a little bit of Proverbs, and they make you feel good. Now, this book is a revolutionary book, man. This book destroys other nations. Right. It condemns other nations and puts them in slavery. That's for another in-depth, lesson through the Spirit. But we're going to give you 7 commandments. Now, the first one is wearing a dress. Is that something you can do, sister?
I mean, it's cold though. I mean, yes, I can.
Well, you could wear, what they call stretchy pants, what they call leggings. Yeah, you could wear things like that, long johns and things like that under them. You want to be wise, right? You don't want to be a blizzard outside and you catch what they call it? Pneumonia and frostbite. That's what I was thinking of. You catch, right? And then they got you like this, man, on the news, man, with your fringes on and your hair wrapped, right? You want to be able to be wise, so you can wear those things, but the main point is your visage. A man is supposed to identify you as a woman. It's not supposed to be a snare or stumbling block or overthrow you, right? So you can keep that one, right? All praise to the Most High. Now, as far as church, give me the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 20. Give me the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 14. Bring that.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 20. Bring it up. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice.
Right, the things that the Gentiles are the other nations, right? But you do have in contexts in the Bible called our people, when they have a Gentile state of mind, meaning they're riding bikes with masks on, right? And they love calling themselves Negroes and African Americans. They have accepted the ways of this world and have adapted into oppression. The Lord said that the Gentiles, read,
which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice the devil.
They sacrifice those things to devils. Meaning Christmas, it's a so-called holiday of love and peace and giving presents, but they're really sacrificing things unto devils.
Right.
So the things they do, their birthdays, Christmas, Halloween, right, New Year's, those things of the carnivals, the festivities and the funds and the banquetings, they're doing that really to Satan. They're casting things devils. Right. So the things of this world, we can't move in because they're sacrificing to devils. Read.
They sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High.
Right?
And I would not that ye shall have fellowship with devils.
And the Lord said you can't have fellowship with devils. You know what devil means? A deceiver. Really, I don't mean a red man manifesting. I don't know about if I should believe this guy. No, a devil is an adversary. Anybody opposing, like that brother that was up right there said he loved the so-called white man. Right? He was a devil. He was an adversary opposing the truth. Right? What's going on, brother?
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord.
You can't drink the cup of the Lord.
And the cup of devils.
Meaning you can't be lukewarm. You can't be, double-minded. You can't serve this world, have one foot in, and try to serve the Lord. Right? The Lord isn't dwelling in the churches. That's in the Bible. Right? He's dwelling within you. You're the tabernacle. Right? Read.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord and of the table of devils.
You know?
Do we provoke the Lord jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
Right, give me 1 Corinthians 5 and 11. Bring that up, King.
2 Corinthians 6 and 14, and it reads, Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Right, don't be unequally yoked. Right, meaning what? When you go back to the law, you can't yoke up two different animals. Why do you think you can't yoke up two different animals? What do you say, brother? Why can't you yoke up an ass and an ox?
They might be going two different ways.
That's exactly right, brother. But more definitely, they're gonna kill one another.
Right.
Because the ox is stronger than the ass.
Right.
He's gonna drag him and his neck is gonna break. So you can't be with somebody and trying to pull your mother and she just not getting it, you fighting against the Lord, and next thing you know, you fall out, your neck break, man. You can't be yoked up with people that really don't believe it's true. That you can't be all like Christianity, hang with people in the world. They're gonna drag you this way, you try to drag them that way, and somebody gonna end up dying. Right? Read that.
For with fellowship, righteousness, with fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness.
Right?
And what communion have light with darkness.
Read.
And what conquer as Christ with Belial. Part have he that believe with an infidel. And what agreement at the temple of the Most High with idols.
Temple of the Most High with idols. And the church is filled with idols. It's filled with crosses,
Right.
filled with that's literally the Council of Nicaea, the Second Council of Nicaea. Can a brother pull that up? They literally had images from the Second Council of Nicaea. That was the whole doctrine that they came for, to put images. To have, okay, St. Peter on this wall, to have it all over the relics, to have it all over the altars. These things that a lot of people are doing don't understand that they're coming from different councils that are literally crafted together by what they would call early church fathers on the left-hand side. Right, brother gonna pull that up. The main beliefs of the Second Council of Nicaea.
The Second Council of
The second, yeah. You can just go on Google and type in the belief in Council of Nicaea. So a lot of the people with like the temple and the idols and the altars and sacrifices, that's manyfold. And a lot of our people that go to church, they go down the pool pit, like it's the same Negro, it's the same thing. It's not of the Most High. Nowhere can you catch the Holy Spirit like it's a cold, right? Then you get rid of it as soon as you leave church. Right, bring that up.
Khan, the Second of Nicaea is recognized as the last of the first 7 ecumenical councils by the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church. In addition, it is also recognized as such by Old Catholics and others.
Keep reading.
Protestants' opinion on it are varied. Continuing on. The Council of is 787 AD in Nicaea of the First Council of Nicaea, present day, Bursa in Turkey.
Right, you can rest right there. That's where it was. Right, the Council of Nicaea, because it was in Nicaea, like the brother was going into Byzantium, Turkey. Bring that up. When you go into the beliefs of the Second Council of Nicaea, like I'm saying, it's going to imagery and a lot of things that people have in their churches today, which is folly and madness, the words of God. And the Lord is against all councils. Give me the book of Matthew. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah. Hey, bring it out. Give me Isaiah chapter 8, verse 11. Bring it out.
It attempted to resolve the iconoclastic controversy.
Right, meaning what? There was a lot of people, should we serve Peter? Should we make an image of Jesus Christ? Should we not? What should we do? These men had a council to resolve the matter. Right, read.
The emperor issued a decree against the worship of religious images of Christ and the saints. The council,
they shoot that away, but what?
The council declared that icons deserve reverence and veneration.
Right.
But not adoration.
Right, you can rush right there. Yeah, it's a mean one right there.
Adoration.
Right. But nevertheless, they're giving you the okay. So once they're giving you the okay and the stamp, what happens to millions of churches? Right. What happens to millions all throughout the earth? They're getting the okay by the government, these elites and these councils and these so-called emperors from the Roman Empire all the way that's trickled down to this very day. A lot of things that are what they would call traditions. Go to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 8 and give me the book of Isaiah chapter 8 verse 10.
Khan, it's the book of Isaiah 8 and verse 10. You know, take counsel together.
Right, they take counsel against what? Us. Read.
And it shall come to naught.
Right, meaning the Most High is not dealing with their counsel. All of these different councils and church services and all of that's against the Most High. Read.
Speak the word, and it shall not stand. For the Most High is us.
Read it again.
For the Most High is with us.
Right, meaning the Lord is with us to give us the understanding to be able to move away all of the thousands of traditions that our fathers walked in. Bring that up.
Matthew 15 and 8. And it reads, these people draw nigh unto me with their lips.
Right, they draw nigh unto the Lord with dancing and praising and fun and worship.
With their mouth, and unto me with their lips. But their heart is far from me.
Right, meaning what? Nobody keeps the commandments. Nobody in church keeps the commandments. The Sabbath day the wrong day. They cooking pork in the basement. Right there, they're sleeping with the pastor's wife. And they're doing all type of abominable things in the church. So you gotta come to that system.
Right.
You gotta come out of the church. Because the church is not of the Lord. What is the church? The church is an assembly of Israelites gathered together. That's in the Bible. That's literally what the church is. So anybody in there that ain't an Israelite, anybody in there that is opposed to the truth and not teaching the truth and gathered together, they're not of the Most High. Give me the book of Acts 7 and verse 38. Now that may be hard to do, sister, but that's what you got to strive to do immediately. Let's come out of that church, sister. What are they teaching you in that church?
They're in a season of breakthrough.
Season of breakthrough? And what's that mean?
The main scripture is Luke chapter 14 and Micah, the second chapter.
Well, Micah, the second chapter, is a very dark parable going against the so-called white man.
Right.
And Luke is really going into people falling out the truth and the marriage being bidden for the Israelites.
Right.
So if they're not teaching it according to the Bible as it should be taught, you got to come out of that. Feel-good message.
Right.
It's a dark parable that the Lord is going into and that Micah the prophet is going into. Bring that up.
Acts 7 and 38, and it reads, this is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
That was in the church in the wilderness. Now, in the wilderness, sister. The Israelites.
Right.
When they came out of Egypt, they went what? To the wilderness. Right? Literally. They came out of Egypt. Give me the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 1. They came out of Egypt and they went straight into the wilderness. Right? So this was in the wilderness. So who was in the wilderness? The Israelites.
Right.
So the church is the assembly of the Israelites. Right. They didn't make no big building and everybody came and they sat down, then they finished, then they packed it all up and they kept coming on their journey.
Book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 1. These are the journeys of children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt.
Right, meaning what? They came out of Egypt and they journeyed. So there was no physical building, every whatever the case may be, where they had, church. Right? It's an assembly of the Israelites. So that's what church is, sister.
Right.
Don't let nobody fool you or tell you it's a building that you got to come before at 7 o'clock and you have to do this. According to the Bible, what is church? Yeah, can a brother pull that up?
Because we now taking the church in the wilderness.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead of at the church we're at now.
Exactly. This is the wilderness.
Right.
Right. It's a wilderness, man. And like the brother was going into, this is the church right
Right.
now. We have a church, right? So, is that something you can do, sister? Yeah. So that don't you just take out of there and you just have nowhere to go. A majority of the brothers up here that have wives, maybe 9 out of 10 of them. So our wives could come to meet you, right? You could have a sisterhood. You're not by yourself in this thing, man.
Right.
Most of these got wives, man. Right, knowledgeable women, right, that keep the commandments of God. So you're not by yourself. You're not just about to come to a room and hear shouting and stomping and right, damn juice flying, damn wine being popped open. Right, brothers have wives where you could come to meet them through the spirit, right? So if you move out of the church, sister, you coming right into a home. So brothers have a school too. Brothers hold, service. So it would be mighty if you come and meet the sisters.
Right.
To get that. Right. That's 2 commandments. Right, you 2 for 2. You're gonna go for a 3rd commandment. You don't eat no shellfish like you said. Not at all. You're allergic to fish? What about your friends?
Oh, I don't have friends.
No friends. No beef in the world.
No beef in the world?
Yeah, nothing in the world. No beef, no situations, no hatred in your heart.
I told you I'm angry, but that's
angry at the world. And in the world.
Basically.
Right, give me the book of Ecclesiastes 2 and 17. Well, it's okay to hate this world, huh?
Right.
We hate this world.
Right.
With a passion. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 24. Bring that up.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2 and verse 17. Therefore, I hated life.
That's what the wisest man that walked the earth said, man. Therefore, I hated life. That don't mean he wanted to kill himself.
Right.
But it means that he hated all the work under the sun because it was grievous unto man. Right, read that.
Because the work that is rough under the sun is grievous unto me.
Right, it's grievous, man. Who likes waking up to work, man? Your damn back hurt,
Right.
sitting around, you swelling ankles, man, swelling kneecaps, Because this world and the work gets grievous, man. See, our princesses, they were so comely, they didn't even put their feet to the ground. They rode in chariots, man. See, these are the things, we're not even supposed to be working hard. Right? We're the kings of the earth. Right. The kings don't work, man. They give orders. They sit upon thrones. The wisest man said, I hated life. So that's okay to hate oppression. Bring that, okay? 15 and 24.
Proverbs 15 and 24, and it reads, the way of life is above to the wise.
Meaning the way of life is really above. There's in life down here, but what troubles, cigarettes, demons, sorcery, all type of problems and lust. Right, the way of life is above, man. Right. You look up to the Lord said, look up for your salvation, draw of not. Right, read that again.
Come on. The way of life is above to the wise.
Right, to the wise is going to be above. But to the ignorant and fools, the way of life is going to be upon earth, man. How can I live? I'm popping willies, I'm having fun. This is life, nigga, I'm living. Right, read.
That he made depart from me.
That he made depart from hell belief. So according to the Bible, what's really hell? Right here, this is hell. This is where you can see your mother get shot down in the arm of her babies and no justice and no peace, man.
Right.
The tears of the widow, man. Right. That in the book of Sirach, chapter 35, and verse 10. All you have is sorrow, pain, misery, and death, and there's no restitution, man. Until the day of the Lord. Give me the book of Romans, chapter 8. So another commandment, sister, right? And it's okay to hate life, but you have to look.
I thought it was going crazy.
No, that's a mighty thing.
Right.
That's a mighty thing through the spirit.
Right.
Now, we don't want to start cutting yourself.
Oh, no.
No! Bring that up.
The book of Sirach, chapter 30.
Say it was a mighty in the scripture. She tried to cut herself, man. Right? So you don't want to get too far ahead. Bring that up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 10. Get high according as he have enriched thee.
Right?
And as thou hast gotten, give with a cheerful eye.
Read.
For the Lord recompense and will give thee 7 times as much. Do not think to corrupt with gifts, for such he will not receive. Verse 15. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks.
Right. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks. Now, why is, the widow, her tears running down? What do you think? Sorrow, pain, agony. Her husband probably just got killed, man. Her children were taken from her. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheek, but on the widow. With the pride from our husband, with the pride from our creator. We're upon hell beneath, and we cry day and night. Right against who?
Is not her cry against him that causeth them to fall?
He causes tears to fall for you, sister. When you got to wake up every day and go to work. You get oppressed. Right? Who causes them to fall? The so-called white man. On a deeper level, man, oppression. This society, America. Right? They cause tears to fall. Right? And that literally happens in the Bible. Read.
He that served the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Right, so another commandment, sister, is knowing how to pray. Now, you have to have a head wrap on when you pray? Okay, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 8. Right? So according to the Bible, our women have to have head wraps on when they pray. Right? Give me the book of Numbers 5 and 20. Bring that up.
1 Corinthians 11 and 3, and it reads,
18. 5 and 18.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right, the head of every man is Christ.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Right, the head of the woman is the man. Right? You agree? Okay. Read.
And the head of Christ is the Most High. And every man prayeth or prophesieth.
Right, every man praying and prophesying.
Prophesy, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Right, it dishonors the Lord. It's disrespectful. Right, to cover your head while you're praying and glorifying the Lord. Because, on a deeper level, wisdom, right, is poured with oil upon your head. So, if the Lord said, let his face shine upon thee, if you have your hood on, it's disrespectful. The Lord is likened it to anointed man, shining upon man. If you have something blocking that and your face not toward the Lord and his glory, that's disrespectful. Right? Read.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head,
every with or prophesied
with her head uncovered, dishonor her head.
It dishonors her head. If she doesn't have a husband, it's dishonoring. So you don't want to dishonor the Lord by not praying with your head covered. See, right now you're a perfect gift. You got your hat on and your hood. You could throw up a prayer to the Lord. But if you didn't have both of those on, you couldn't pray to the Lord. Right? That would be dishonorable. And it's a shame. But the Lord said there's a shame that bringeth forth sin. All right, bring that up.
For that is even all or one as if she was shaven.
So the Lord likens you praying without a hood, right, or some type of scarf, right? Liken it to you being bald headed. Lord, so you might as well shave your head bald if you want to come before me without having your head covered. Because what's your glory? Your hair. Your hair is your glory.
Israelites, yeah.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 18. And the priest shall set the woman for the Lord and uncover the woman's head.
Right, meaning what? The woman in the ancient world, in the law, they had their head covers. Right, read that again. So that's not something that Paul came up with. Right, a lot of people say, well, that's just Paul's writings. Right, to Paul's writings. Though Paul reiterates the law and he dives into things. 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 1. Read that again.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 18. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and honor the woman's head.
Right, meaning what? The woman had their head covered in the ancient world. So when you see a woman now today, 10 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, they don't have their head covered. They're showing off their bundles, their wigs, showing off all of their braids, and they're moving in haughty demonic spirit. But a meek and humble sister, she's going to have herself covered. These are the spiritual things the Heavenly Father finds world pleasing. So is that something you can do when you pray and prophesy, sister? Yeah. All praise to the Most High. So, I mean, even, meekness, and also, do you tell bear, being honest? Like the gossip? But it's kind of contagious. The sister might call you with something you ain't never heard. Next thing you know, you diving into matters you shouldn't be diving into. A lot of our women do that. And it's okay, sister, because this is where repentance comes in. That's right. If you ask me 1,000 questions like I'm asking you, I'm not going to be able to answer them all yes the same way. So don't feel attacked or like anything you may have been doing that you can't alleviate and get rid of that. Because that's the whole point of the Most High. And it's true. Wash us and make us clean. Right? Matter of fact, you drop what I just called and go to Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 6. The Lord is with washing and making us clean. Right? He didn't come for the godly, he came for the sinner. Right? You can give me the book of what you hold? Give me Sirach chapter 15, right? In verse number 6. Bring that up.
I got it. It's the book of Sirach chapter 19 and verse 6. He that rule his tongue shall live without strife.
Right, meaning what? As women, they back talk, they talebear, they murmur. Right? They always start fights. They always ready to kill one another. If you could rule over your tongue, you'll live without strife. See, strife really comes about with what? The tongue, with speech. What you say to me? I heard you say this. Fights, backbites, backdoors. It all is through the tongue and the wicked devices thereof. Read.
And he that hated babbling.
And he that what?
And he that hated babbling.
You gotta hate babbling. See, if somebody come to you, man, hey, girl, she said you did this, and she said you did that. Next thing you know, it could put a spirit on you. Now, next time you see that, did this. Well, now I don't even want to talk to her no more. You haven't even validated whether the thing she was even true or not, man. You gotta hate babbling, man.
Right.
See, as men, right, we speak as men. I'll pull a brother to the side and we have a conversation on order. Listen to the side sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You should hate babbling. Babbling is going to turn to strife. It's going to turn to sin. It's going to turn to death. Right? Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, and the last verse. Bring it to the last verse.
And he that hated babbling shall have less evil.
Shall have less evil. So if you hate babbling, and I mean, when you watch basketball club, and all of these different things, Atlanta's Housewives, all these different, that's all they do on there.
Right.
All they do is babble all
about.
day. They come to the confession and they act like somebody they not. And then when they in person, I didn't say that. Till they get a drink knocks upside their damn head, man. Because somebody sees it, man, before it came out on bootleg. Right, read that.
God.
Get caught up.
Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
See, I can't tell you something and confide in you, and now you go tell this brother. Then this brother tell that brother. Now you know my business is all this shit.
Right.
It makes me vulnerable and not able to come to a counsel. See, counsel is important about it. When you come to this brother or this brother comes to you, whatever the case may be, and brothers talk and communicate, that's supposed to stay with one another. But that's how a lot of our people destroy and hate one another than beef. Beef really start with he say, she say, man. Then it comes into death. Right, bring that up.
And thou shalt fare never the worse.
Right.
Whether it be friend or foe.
Right, whether it be my man or my enemy.
Talk not of other men's lives.
Right, don't make that a habit. Right, and tale bearing is when you take a tale and you bury it to somebody else. bearing is the travel, and the tell is a lie. It's really a lie, a tell. Right? To tell bearer is something you don't even know that's true, that you're just bearing it to the next brother, and it's like a poison. Next thing you know, you get diminishing over his name. Right? Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 41 and verse 18, and bring out whatever else I call.
Proverbs 30 and 32, and it reads,
Bring it out.
if thou hast done foolishly and lifted up thyself, or if thou hast thought evil, lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
Right? Lay thy hand upon thy mouth. It's better to speak. So, when, like I said, when you came up, you said you were like meek and humble spirit. That's good. That's a very good thing to practice, because that's well pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. Right? Bring that up.
Khan, just the book of Sirach, chapter 41. And,
18.
Khan, verse 18. Bring it out. Of an offense.
Started 17.
Verse 17. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother.
So these are things to be ashamed of.
Khan.
See, a lot of people are ashamed when they get to the club. You know, they're free. At 10 before free, man. Damn. Right? And then they just go into the car and go to the next club and drive to the next venue, man. They're ashamed of madness and folly, man. The things to be ashamed of is whoredom. Whoredom, brothers and sisters know what that is, man. To be creeping and sneaking and slithering, man. Right? And hopping and scotching, right, to different avenues and clubs and venue doors and windows, man. The Lord is against those things, man. You should have a husband, you should have a wife. You got a wife, brother?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, bring that up.
Be ashamed of them before father and mother.
Right, meaning what? If your mother walked in on you, man, that would be a shameful thing. Or your father, man. You in the middle of the act. That's a shame.
Dang.
How do you know the Most High? Are you sitting up there doing things in the dark? The Most High watching this whole time.
Right.
These are things you ought to be ashamed of. Read.
And of a lie before a prince.
You can't be lying. See, it's a shame to catch a brother in a lie. I thought you said you didn't do that. Right? Then you kind of grill a brother, man.
Yeah.
Now I can't trust you, man.
Right.
Now you know who I thought you was.
Teach,
I'd rather brother tell me up front with it than be lying and slithering, man.
Yeah.
Because then I'm not going to trust nothing you say, man. I'm going to forgive that brother, mark that brother, man. Right, read that again.
Khan. And of a lie before a prince and a married man. Of an offense before a judge. And
right, meaning what? You have to have your affairs of this world in order to. Right? You don't want to come with a prince and a ruler and be confounded and overthrown. Right, read.
Of iniquity before a congregation.
And you got to care about your name. See, a lot of people say, okay, man, I am what I am. And they got that nigga spirit. I'm too cool for school spirit. You're supposed to have regard to your name. Right, what's your name, brother?
Say it again.
What's your name, brother?
You can call me Tariq or Ghani.
Okay, Tariq, right? So when Tariq come and praises that brother that come and hear the words of the Lord, he don't scoff, he don't order, right? That's your name building off of. And what's your name, sister? Amaya. Right? Amaya was quiet, she was in order, right? But I mean, if people just don't regard their name to a congregation, how do you build a brotherhood? How do you build, right, the spirit of a feast day and camaraderie and fun? And, you know, how do you build a sisterhood or a brotherhood? You have to regard your name. Right, that's Sirach chapter 4. Right, give me Sirach 4 and 6. Bring that up.
Khan. Of iniquity before a congregation
of
and people.
iniquity before a congregation of people. So that's a commandment you got too. Have regard to your name. Right, bring that up. Look at Sirach chapter 4 and verse number 6.
Sirach 4 and 6. For if he, verse 8, let not grieve thee to bow down thy ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness. Verse 6. Curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him made him.
Right.
Get thyself the love of the congregation.
Right, read it again.
Get thyself the love of the congregation.
Right, get yourself over the congregation. You should want to get, received, because you have more opportunities. Doors are open for you when you have a good name. Right, go back to that, kid.
Khan. Verse 18.
Right.
Of an offense before a judge.
Right.
Of iniquity before a congregation and people.
And what?
Of unjust dealings.
Of unjust dealings. So you got to be ashamed of unjust dealings. What do you think unjust dealings are? You said listen to the music?
Music.
Okay.
And then even selfish.
Okay.
Like you was talking about earlier, like when it comes to honesty. Like if you, for example, if you like a man, you want to make sure that you honest in the work that you do and your success.
Exactly. Right. You don't want to charge a brother $45 for something that you could really do it for free.
Right.
You see something up there, you really need to tend to this. And then it's an old lady, oh, I can't reach. Are you sure? I'm positive. And then you're taking all this old lady money.
Well, another thing, like, when it comes to learning the word, because we living in a world today where people making you pay for knowledge when you seeking the truth.
Yep.
See that?
Yep.
See that?
That's a fact. For breakdown,
Right.
yeah. Breakdowns of knowledge.
See
Man,
that?
we shouldn't have a big old bucket we shaking, man. And then we flip the signs and it's a bucket, man. All right, before y'all leave, any up.
Oh, man.
Right, and then we all gather around you, man, like the angels, man. And you hold poke. Right, no, everything's supposed to be freely given through the Spirit.
Come.
So you can't be dealing meaning who you are is supposed to be honorable. You're supposed to have integrity. Right, read that again, kid.
Con of unjust dealings before thy and friend,
right?
And of theft in regard of the place where thou sojournest.
Right, meaning you can't be a thief wherever you sojourn, whether at work, just
Right.
take a couple of these home.
Right,
Ain't
right.
nobody gonna see nothing.
Right.
Next thing you know, that started to be a thief out of nowhere, man. Sticky fingers. Right, you in business you ought not to be. Right, read on.
And in regard of the truth of the Most High in His covenant, and to lean with thine elbow upon.
Hey, the Lord don't like that, man.
God.
You lean upon your elbow upon the meats. Hey, go to somebody's house, man, and you're a guest, and you taking 3 to-go plates, man. Who you think that man is going to do to you, man?
See that?
How you think he going to look at you? Being honest. You think oh, man, open my refrigerator while you at it. Like, that's a dishonorable thing, man.
God.
The brother get mad at you, man. You see these little YouTube shorts, and people come houses and taking plates, and they be a roar in there, man. They be fighting in there. All hell break loose. So you can't be leaning on your table upon the meats, burping and getting second, and that's unhonorable, man. Right, Vidor?
You said the meats.
Yeah, the meats.
Humble, right? The humble ones, right?
You said it again?
You said the meats meaning like humble, right?
Nah, meats meaning actually food.
Yeah. Oh, the meats.
Yeah, lean upon your arms upon the meat.
Oh.
Yeah, just meaning eating an abundance and being being covetous.
Right.
Yeah, out of order, man. Yeah, you can read it.
Con. And of scorning to give and take.
Right, you can't be a scorner to give and take, man. Right, nobody likes a scorner. Just always scorning about something, man. Here, Lord McCall, give me a sword, man. It's beat up. What a fresh one at? I'm just scorning. He giving me stuff. I'm taking it, looking at it. I don't like this. Nobody wants to be around a man like this. He was shivering like eat my jacket, but it got a hole right here, man. Right there, I shouldn't be showing. Right? Yeah, you got a hole right here. Right? I mean, that's all. Right,
God. And of silence before them that salute thee.
And that's unhonorable too.
Hell yeah.
So if I say shalom, right, to a brother and he just walked right past me, guard me, I salute him high, but I barely salute him. That's dishonorable, man. That's the persons.
Right.
So these are the things that, we're going into in wisdom, commandments and statutes that we ought to keep too. Right, read?
And to look upon a heart.
Right, that's for you, brother. Right, that's shameful to look upon a heart. Right, no matter how, she is decked, right, no matter what she has on or doesn't have on, you can't gaze and look upon a heart. It's gonna put a spirit on you, man. Now you're gonna want to see where she's from. Maybe I just have a little conversation. That little conversation is gonna lead to hell and destruction.
Teach, right.
Yeah, it's gonna lead you, brother, to be destroyed, man, and sifted out of this truth. Cause a woman can sift you out like that, bro. Why and women make men of understanding. Bring that out, start right to the woman will sift you out in a day, man.
Right.
You be in the truth 20 years, and it take one day to get sifted out by a Bring that out.
So right, 19
start at 1.
and 1 in the reads. A laboring man that's given to drunk.
Deeper level, a laboring man is a man that labors for the Lord. If he's given to drunkenness, who gives you the wine? The whore, man, of this world. Right, Babylon and falling back into this thing and getting sifted out. But on a physical level, wine, and a laboring man, he not gonna labor no more. He gonna kick up. He gonna relax.
Given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contendeth all things shall fall by little and little. Wine and woman.
Wine and that's a bad combination.
Right.
If it ain't in righteousness and that's a bad combination. It's the worst concoction you can make, man. Is to get a woman and some wine together, man.
Mix with somebody.
Read that again.
one and woman, men of understanding.
The men of understanding, meaning it could be the most mightiest brother, man. All the precepts. But the Lord said in the scriptures in Proverbs 31, when you drink wine and strong drink, you forget the law, man. All that's gonna go out the window. Right. You said Proverbs, we can read that tomorrow. Now you start going off, right?
Will make men of understanding to fall away.
Now you get from the words of the Lord, man. So you gotta really regard these precepts, brother. Especially you not having a rib right now. Right? Read them.
Verse 21. And to turn away thy face from thy kinsman, or to take away a portion or a gift.
Right, that's off to turn away your face from your kinsman. Right, meaning you're supposed to have honorableness in family, man. That's supposed to be important. You turn away your face from your kinsman, that's off, man. Here your father is, or your brother trying to get in contact with you, right? Whether high, great, low, whatever the case may be, that's dishonorable in the eyes of the Lord, man. Right. See, the Lord deals heavily with family, you know, and through the spirit and lineage. Right, read on?
Or to take away a portion or a gift, or to gaze upon another man's wife.
And it's way a portion and a gift. In the world, they call that an Indian gift.
Kind.
But I give you this, but then I take it. Right, that's off, man. If I give you something, no matter what it is, that's yours.
Right.
But you don't want to take it back. That's like a spirit of a damn wicked father, man. He let you drive the car for a little bit, take it back. Right? You don't want to deal like that, man. Right? So, I mean, these things, right, are honorable that you ought to keep, man. And you're supposed to be ashamed in these things.
Read. Or to gaze upon another man's wife.
Oh, read.
Or to be over busy with his maid, and come not near her bed, or upbraiding speeches.
Or upbraiding speeches.
Before friends.
What does that mean? Upbraiding speeches before friends. Conversation. Yeah, it's going into conversation. Meaning you can't be a type of brother that always wants to upbraid. Upbraid is the highly get on. Yeah. And like just the man, F you, man. Right. What you mean? Shut up. Right? Then just, oh, here comes Rodney, man. And everybody walks around because they know Rodney gonna Joan on you. He gonna get on you. Shut up, little nigga. He gonna try to take your money. Right? Read that again.
God.
Nobody likes the spirit around, man. Here comes this brother, man. Damn Negro. Bring that out.
Or upbraiding speeches before friends.
Right, you don't want to upbraid a speech. Hey, brother, I'm having car problems again. Man, get your shit together, man. Get a new car, man. You look dirty. Like, damn, man.
Right.
Breaking the brother down. You can break your wife down doing that, man.
What happened in school, huh?
Yeah, what happened in school, huh? He used to be the man, homie. Right? Right, we on?
And after thou hast given, upbraid not, or of interrogating and speaking again that which thou hast heard, and of revealing of secrets.
Right, all of these things are statutes. You have laws, statutes, and commandments. And because we broke the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, all of the curses came upon us. So we done gave you about 10 statutes and about 3 commandments. And you have to dive into the laws as well, God, to seek these things out. Right? Got any questions?
No, but I did say something. I like Kendrick Lamar. I stopped listening for a while, but I listened to his album Damn, and he had his cousin on the record, and he was saying that exact same thing of Deuteronomy.
Say it again.
He had his cousin on one of the records saying the exact same thing that you were saying, and I never understood it as I was listening to it, but now I do.
Yeah, Israelites.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar on the Damn album.
All praise to the Most High. So you're an Israelite. You're an Israelite, brother. Right? You around this area?
Yeah, I'm
you
not.
could come to the school. Why we having the school?
Y'all teach Hebrew?
Yeah, we going to.
Y'all do teach Hebrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, like, last time when y'all did the prayer, like, for me, like, when it's a different language that's new to me, and I'm in congregation, even though I know I'm praying to the Most High, it don't feel authentic if I don't know the language. It's like, I feel lost, you know?
I
understand.
Well, even like, because I learned Arabic a little bit too, but now I need to learn Hebrew.
Well, we got videos and brothers to help you go into. We got a list of prayers, right, that have the English and have the Hebrew. So you can start to learn, you know, what different words are as you go into these prayers. And they got Hebrew books. And I can show you the links and stuff that you can learn in Hebrew and, you know, kind of touch on maybe like a word a day. Next thing you know, in 2-3 months, you forming sentences and you understanding conversation. At least.
Is it different dialects that y'all learn, or is just one singular?
One singular. When we going into it, you know, you got Yiddish, right, and then you got the Paleo, and we dive into the ancient Paleo, right? 2 characters. Right, like I said, we got videos that we dive into it on a cold cut, right? And like I said, brothers, also we can give you like links in different books, right? It can help you kind of, you know, dive into that, right? And we got prayers. I got at least, I don't know how many in my phone right now. I got a prayer library. I can send it to you. Right? Start, you know, going into those things. And I feel exactly what you're saying for that. Yeah, but you know, if you keep studying it, you're gonna keep increasing.
You got the videos too, right?
Yeah, brothers got videos, man. So it's a lot, you know, going into it. So you got the flyer. Can we get a flyer through the spirit?
Come.
Yeah, brother. So that's the school. If you could come tomorrow, brother, that'd be Mike. What you doing tomorrow? Hey, come to the school, all right? Get built up, man. All right, well, give me the book of Matthew, chapter 19.
You know, like, one thing I learned about when I was studying books is that, like, deep down in my heart, when they took hold of our books, they made some changes and gave them back to us in their language. They didn't teach us our language, you know? You feel far away from the truth when you don't know the language. Because I know, like, America, we spend a lot of time studying in the English instead of the original language it was revealed in. We'll feel more closer if we start studying, basically taking our language back, you know, and letting the like we say, the white man's way, because there's a lot of hoax in the English language, tricks and curses and spells you can be putting on yourself without even knowing, just because of the language that they created from the Semitic languages, English, Arabic, the languages the prophets speak. They didn't speak English, you get what I'm saying? And today we read all of our books in English, texts in English. And that's strange to me. Feel away from the truth when we do it that way.
Lord willing, you could dive into it more, King, and we can help you through the Spirit. Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 19.
Book of Matthew 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him.
Right, so the main thing that we ought to do is to keep the commandments of God. Right, that's the most important thing. Keep the commandments and the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shah. Right, that's life and death. Right, there ain't getting around it. That's what this truth is. Submitting yourself unto our King, keeping commandments, and being sincere, huh? And to have what mercy that the Heavenly Father is going to put. Right, read.
Good master, what good thing shall I do that I have eternal life?
Right.
And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But with enter into life,
if you enter into life,
keep the commandments.
No, just keep
the commandments.
Keep the commandments. Keep all of the commandments. It's all the commandments we went into, the statutes, the laws. We have to keep that to enter into life. It's the only way we're going to get the kingdom of heaven. Right? Give me the book of Isaiah.
I had a question. The difference between Yahweh and Yahweh. Because I know, like, some, I guess, Israelites or Hebrews, they call him Yahweh. So what's the difference between the two? And Yahweh?
Right. Give me Ephesians. So the point is, brother, we about to close out, but there's only one name. You could pull a million precepts. We could dive into it. Brothers have an in-depth video, right, and more to come onto the name of the Lord. There's only one name given. Give me the book.
Yeah, and the other name, Jah or Jehovah.
Right. Right. You have the tetragrammaton, right, in the scriptures, and you have things removed. Right. You have the letter J, right, that just came about. You know about that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's there. And like I said, you got the tetragrammaton. Why it's not Yahweh? They're not gonna put the ancient name in the scriptures.
Right.
You have to dive and seek these things out.
Right.
Right. Bring that up.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 4.
And Yehovah or Yahuwah and all these have vowel sounds.
Right.
Right. There are certain dialects you cannot even make in the Hebrew. So Yahuwah or Yahweh, you can't even say that in the ancient Hebrew.
Right.
Yah-bah-ha. You know, there's certain characters you can't even form from, like the alphabet that the brother got. That's 22. In the English, that's 26. And different vowel sounds you can't even make any. So we know for sure, going into, you know, vocabulary and a dialect that you can't even form, right, these type of names in our tongue. You know, just to say it plain and fast. Bring that up.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 4. Bring it out. There is one body and one spirit, as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord.
Right, there's one Lord, one name, right, and nothing else. Like I said, brother, you got a lot of questions. If you come tomorrow or come to the school, we're going to dive into them through the spirit, bro. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and verse number 13.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and 13. And the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall serve jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace.
What the Lord say?
I have long time holding my peace.
Yo, shall say?
I have long time holding my peace. And still and refrain myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman, but destroy and devour at once.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.